Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
And Dan, looks like you're all for this. I mean, you're like, man.
I think it's necessary to help prevent us from getting prostate cancer.
Okay.
We're trying to be healthy here.
We are all getting a little bit older now, are we not?
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
Mm-hmm. A little long in the tooth and fat in the prostate.
Man, you're lucky Mason Dixon got fired. You'd be over at his show tomorrow.
Dookie.
Wow.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of your listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is strictly prohibited.
Bubba the Love Sponge show. I don't know what disc this is, but you pulled one out of your ass on this.
I think this is one of the most recent ones.
Yeah, I think so. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bubba the Love Sponge show, Wednesday, February 15th, day after Valentine's Day. Otto's probably sore.
Oh, yeah.
2023. As Valentine's Day just wasn't Valentine's Day for Blummel. It was also the anniversary, their anniversary, the day they first went out on a date officially was last Valentine's Day. Put together, brokered, and administered by one Bubba Clem. What did you guys go to a dinner last night?
We went to a very romantic lunch.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Same place we went to last year.
Oh, okay. Kind of like, was this going to be maybe like a tradition?
Possibly. I don't know. I honestly would be fine not going there next year.
Yeah, like it was okay, but the appetizer was good.
Yeah, the appetizer was amazing.
Can you guys, talk about where you went, or what at least type of food?
What do you think?
We can say where. I don't care.
Where?
Okay. The Green Lemon.
That's your go-to spot, kind of.
It's the second time we've ever been there.
Literally the second time.
Well, I know I've heard it before, nonetheless.
Yeah. I mean, we decided to check it out that one time, and that's where we became official.
I think Jeff Giragante used to own that.
Correct.
I believe so. He was on the menu.
Oh, he was?
There are a few Gigante items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know when his new place with JD Ocko as a partner.
What is that called?
I don't know, but it looks badass. I drive by
the one right down the street?
Yeah.
He opened up a new one, I guess French-styled Bouillon.
Like right, it's right. It's like in that.
I don't know where that is. Oh, it's Midtown? It's Midtown?
It's in the Water District. It's right across the street from that Greenwise in downtown.
Oh, that's right.
It's
okay.
literally like right by where the Lightning play.
That looks very bougie.
It's really nice.
You been there?
I've been by there.
Yeah, I've been by there.
That whole area looks super bougie.
And they posted a lot of pictures when they opened it, so I saw.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks. But can Tampa afford?
Tampa afford.
Yeah. Well,
T-shirt will, 1,500 bits.
There's that hotel that's right there. That's
T-shirt. Well, thanks.
Just to the west of that, across the street from the Ice Palace, the Emily Arena.
Right.
It's the only 5-star hotel in the whole entire area.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you imagine what a single king, non-harbor view?
I was gonna look on hotels.com, but I think it might not be on there.
Yeah, I don't know if 5-star resorts are on hotels.com.
They are.
Are they?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's where maybe the opposing team stays, for when they play the Lightning. I think they actually stay at the Marriott Waterside.
Yeah, they probably stay there.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine what? Now, see, Lightning. I mean, I'm sorry. Hockey only travels with what, Lummy? Maybe not just talking players wise. What? Maybe 20.
Yeah.
And what's baseball? Maybe 30. 27.
20. I'd say 28.
And football's what? 60.
Yeah. 60, 65.
Can you imagine Can you imagine that's what a hotel bill for a football team is? Because they usually only spend one night, though. They get in on Saturday, and they leave Sunday.
But sometimes when those West Coast teams travel in,
they'll come in on a Friday.
Yeah.
Can you imagine 50? I mean, they probably travel with 100. It'd probably be a question for Dan. By the time you count the trainers and just
The staff.
the film people, because they bring your own, they videotape it, for their breakdown tapes, and the news media and all that kind of stuff. I bet you it's 100+ people that travel with an NFL. Maybe I can ask Alexa. Alexa, how many people travel with an NFL team on an away game? I messed that completely up.
From sportscasting.com, approximately 140 people travel with the team: players, coaches, executives, trainers, managers, video staff, and medical staff.
140, and say probably half of those get single rooms. Because I don't think they make. I mean, I think some of the players double up, but a lot of guys get their own room.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's based on seniority, but Tom Brady is not bunking. Like not having he's not sleeping with anybody.
And most of the, I'd say, equipment staff and medical staff.
Yeah, I would
probably
say.
bunk up.
Yeah, they probably bunk up. So if 140 travel, let's say, out of 140, 100 go double, but 40 go single, right?
That's 90.
I would almost say reverse.
What's that? 100 singles and 40 doubles?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're looking at what? Probably 140 rooms, right? Are you looking at 100? No.
If you're
No.
saying 40 double, that'd be 120.
So 120 rooms.
Do they
So-
just block out like an entire hotel
I think
so that they
or-
don't have fans like going up to players' rooms and stuff?
I know they block out floors. No,
Floors. Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
not the whole hotel.
Yeah,
because you
because
could be
Okay, that
staying.
makes sense.
Most hotels have more than 120 rooms.
Yeah.
But they might only have like maybe 60 rooms a floor.
I got you.
So they'll be like, okay,
Top 4 floors or just
something
off
like
limits.
that.
Yeah.
And they're guarded too.
Good,
They're,
okay.
Like they're guarded.
That's cool.
And it looks like, according to South Tampa, the opposing team now stays at the Epicurean Hotel.
At the Epicurean.
Huh.
Well, what's
Yeah.
a night at the Epicurean?
It looks like from
Like do
I know it was that big.
416 a night.
all right, so
474 with taxes and fees.
all right, so call it 474 times 474. That can't be right. 474 times 120. Yeah, okay. $57,000 really isn't much for an NFL football
I was
team.
gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they stay there.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that big.
Maybe that's why, because they can almost take the whole hotel.
Yeah, maybe they can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe they can. Just take it.
Thought they'd be
The whole
closer to
damn thing.
the stadium.
Right.
By the way, man, it's been a great last couple weeks. I know you guys. A lot of people are kind of gearing up for BARP, kind of getting their money in now. Thank you. We're looking for a huge Bubba 199 next Friday. That will be the debut of Anna actually actually being a DJ.
Yes.
Do you have a DJ name?
I'm working on it.
You are.
Yeah, I have one that I don't like.
Can you tell us the one that you don't like?
DJ Hum Sauce.
DJ what?
Hum Sauce.
Yeah, I mean, that one is set as a joke.
So yeah, that one's lame. I recognize that.
DJ Hum Sauce.
But I want to create a different brand. I'm not sure what that is yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
You want the fans to pick it?
No,
Oh,
absolutely not.
No, that would be the
They
way
want
to
to
go.
throw out ideas. That's fine, but
I mean, yeah, no, I don't think we're gonna. Here's the deal: you can throw out ideas, and if it's a real good one, we could use it.
Sure.
But it's not going to be a contest where we have to use your,
correct. There's not going to be a vote.
Right? Exactly. Blitz and I actually talked about. Your setup, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to aesthetically look good on camera. We just don't want you to look like you got one table. With a couple electronic turntables
Yeah,
and
2 turntables and a microphone.
yeah, we don't want it to look jaw. We want the set to look good to the point where we're thinking about even putting a hand cam on you, so that people can see.
Oh
you.
my God.
What?
Okay.
That's what. Now hold on, Blitz will tell you. That's what real DJs do. They have a hand.
I understand that.
They'll have a
But I just
camera.
think I'm a real DJ.
They'll have a camera
Yeah.
that'll show you working the sliders and all that kind of deal.
Sure, yeah.
Boy, it even makes you more nervous, does it not?
Yes and no.
And then we were thinking about doing sets.
Yeah.
So like your first set will be 30 minutes, and then I'm going to have you make me like a 10-minute disc that I put in.
Do you want me to just make you a Spotify playlist?
Well, but I like it when you disc it up, and I don't have I can set it and forget it like Ronco.
Okay.
Whereas a playlist is I gotta the song runs out, I have to have something else to go into.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you could make me like, if you could make me.
That's a video of what Anna will be doing.
All right, here we go. Hold on.
Oh, Christ.
I don't know about sound wise. I don't know if I'd play the sound.
I'm not going to play the sound, but I think I can just play the.
Oh, yeah, is that the one I have? No. Okay. I mean, that's pretty much what it's going to look like without the yelling.
There you go. I mean, there you go.
Right.
And we
I
want
mean,
it to look,
all right.
it's kind of
And we
just like
want
a
it-
twist to turn.
we kind of want to
a
look the
little
best it
wiki-wiki.
can. Yippee yell, little emotions overcome you.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Somebody just
So
cheered
good,
1,000
so
bits.
good.
Oh Jesus God!
Yeah.
I hit the beat.
Yeah.
Mix minus Willie. Woo!
Yeah.
So anyway, Blitz and I have actually talked about making sure the set looks good, how we're going to camera it up, what type of table we're going to put you on, how we're going to backdrop it. I do think we're going to try to raise you up a little bit so that your head's just under the Bubba Army logo, and then the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame busts, and that's a good backdrop.
Yes, it is.
So we just got to get your table up a little bit. We got to skirt your table so it looks good. And then make sure you're lit probably.
Okay.
But we have to bring probably some of those, those ancillary lights that we have.
I'll bring some lights in.
Yeah. So Anna, we're like,
Yeah.
we're taking, I hope we're taking this because we're taking this seriously.
I've been practicing,
This
and
neck-
I think Blitz can vouch for me.
Well, I would practice double the amount you have been because
Okay.
I want it to be perfect.
Okay, Bubba?
But Anna, what?
Never mind.
I'm going to provide.
I want your first time ever being a DJ to be completely perfect.
Well,
like, there might be, a
there
little
might
slip
be-
up, but I
there-
need people to be understanding
Here's the
that this is
deal.
my
Yeah.
first gig.
Listen to me.
Thank you for giving me my first gig.
Listen to me. Can I explain it this way? Even though it might be your first football game, I want to put the best field underneath you so that you have
Not like the Super Bowl.
yeah, like not
They had the worst field under them.
they
Because
have
the dancers.
no
because they painted the field right before the game.
Well, that
and
and
made it
they-
slippery.
that and Blitz. It's not AstroTurf. It's I don't know if you know this or not, and I don't know if they've changed it. They could have changed
Oh, they
it.
talked about the field about 20 times during
Yeah,
the game
they
and how
did.
bad it
They-
was.
they
and
have
they
a-
showed how they were doing it.
No, hold on. But don't they have this big tray that goes outside? That's real
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah, but it's a new kind of grass.
Yeah, they got this new kind of grass a year ago, and they've been growing it for a year.
But don't they have a big tray that stays outside, and then they slide this tray in,
Yes.
but during the day, throughout the day, during the day when they're not playing, they have this big tray, which is the field that they water and let the sun, because natural sun is best for that.
Yeah.
And for that,
Boy, it would cost a fortune to have it lit.
Exactly. So they're watering it, nonstop, based on fertilizing it. The outdoor grass, if you can get it right, is the best.
Well,
but
I guarantee you one thing: they won't be using that kind again.
No.
Because
don't they have a whole can you send
Yeah,
me?
I'm trying to.
They have a
copy it.
whole system. So Blitz, you're saying from when it used to be good, they went and switched to a different type of grass.
yeah, I think this was the first time they've tried
It
this
is.
type.
It's the
they've-
first time ever, and it's supposed to be native to Arizona.
and they've grown their own grass now since the place opened. They just switched, I could say breeds of grass.
They even showed after halftime, they had like a huge crew of people out there filling in the divots and all the stuff, mainly from the stages, but also from the players. And then right before the game started, they're like, I guess the NFL didn't like the color of it, so they painted it and it made it slippery.
Now, there's this huge tray system,
Yes.
and this is all grass that gets rolled outside, right?
Yeah. Out to those like big field out there.
To a big field. But I guess that's all it really shows.
Well, I think I got a better video, but
Here they
After
go.
weeks of virtually no leaving St. Louis with NFL.
The Cardinals had played for nearly total chaos, adjusted for inflation. Teams preferred to play on the
Here we
natural.
go.
Other unique features include the stadium's retractable grass field. Yep, you heard me right. The Cardinals, unlike many other NFL teams, preferred to play on the natural grass field. Walter P. Moore Company was tasked with designing a way to have
I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. I don't know that.
a lot of it. There's a lot of them in Europe
Really?
for the soccer fields.
natural grass field in the middle of a desert that would often have to be moved around for events like monster jams or concerts. Their solution was a massive rolling surface that the natural grass field would sit on. The grass can soak up the Phoenix sun and sprinklers when outside, and it will be healthy and ready to go when it's rolled inside for a game. It's an absolutely incredible sight to see and truly an engineering marvel. The stadium, aside from its technological wonder, Rolling Grass Field, has large LED video and ribbon boards by Daktronics.
All right.
As mentioned previously, the roof is retractable. The roof is made of...
How long does it take? Let me, like sometimes...
roll out.
Yeah, like sometimes they can't... I forget back in the day, a couple of teams that had retractable roofs, like they couldn't do it during the game. Like there was a rule that, you had to commit to either it being open or it being closed because they've not had an efficient enough system where it can close like in 3 or 4 minutes.
That it was part of it that, and part of it they didn't want like the home team to decide when it was open and closed and possibly give home team advantage because the way the light hit different places. And
well, but I mean, how about inclement weather? Like
the baseball stadiums can close now.
Like
usually
fairly
takes
quickly.
About 4 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Like the Miami one's about 4 minutes.
So like not in blitz. Like the rule should be like the only way.
Sure.
We're going to start the game one way or the other, but if a thunder boomer happens to roll in,
that makes sense.
Then both teams have to agree that that's better than playing outside, regardless if we committed to being outside or not.
Sure.
Yeah, especially baseball.
Yeah. So anyway, I was talking. Oh, so anyway, Anna, I'm gonna put the best grass and offer you the best backdrop and make it look as good as I can. Now your performance I can't control.
Right.
But I want it to look super good.
Okay.
And so Blitz and I were talking about things that we needed to do, lighting and maybe a hand cam and things like that. Maybe putting monitors in the studio that people can hear, hear it and not have a pair of headphones
like speakers, you mean?
Yeah, those are monitors. Speakers are called monitors. Okay. Yes. And so that people in here don't have to have their headphones on necessarily. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
There's a lot of different things we're thinking about with DJ Humsum. Okay.
Humsum.
Isn't that what you're? Hum Sauce.
Yeah.
DJ Hum Sauce.
Dim sum. Yeah, Hum Sauce for now, but again, open to suggestions.
So here, I one suggestion I had. This is next Friday, by the way,
the 24th,
8 to 10. It'll be how we pretty much close out the month. We're relying on Anna. We're relying on you to bring it in, buddy. We're really. I mean,
I feel like that kicker at the Super Bowl at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Except we don't want you to hit doink the bar.
He didn't.
Oh no! Yeah, right. The second.
Yeah, first half. He
doinked it. Yeah.
Oh,
right.
he did. The same kicker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Christ.
So anyway,
that was a plus 600 too.
Oh man.
So anyway, I was thinking about, because you have to pee a lot. I was thinking about, and it's more Hollywood, and it sounds a little more entertaining, and that's the business that we're in, is that you do a couple, you have like 3 sets, and your first set goes like, 30 or 40 minutes, and then you give me a disc of like 10 minutes of your mixed stuff, and you got a 10-minute break to go pee, get some yogi, do whatever you got to do. I mean, because you're performing up there.
Yes.
I mean, really, you really are, and I know what it's like, because I gotta, when I'm back here mixing stuff up and things like that. Like, not that it's exhausting, but mentally, you got to be sharp.
It's engaging,
A 10-minute break for you to go pee, get high, do something.
Yeah.
And if you could just provide me with maybe like 3 10-minute discs. Just like a 1 disc with 3 cuts, each being 10 minutes of mixes or whatever, and not a song list that I have to mix.
Understood.
Because,
yep.
So
10-4.
They'd be like, you know what? Okay, Anna's wrapping up her first set.
Yeah.
Anna, we're gonna go over to your little 12-minute mix CD that you put together for me, and Anna will be back to start her second set in about 10 to 12 minutes.
Okay, great.
Boom, and it kind of makes you look like you're big time too, because
right.
now you're doing sets.
I'm big time.
Big time
sets.
I'm big time. I'm doing sets.
Yeah.
Lummy, I gotta tell you, yesterday's podcast that we did, might have got away from me a little bit.
Uh-oh.
And
well, those are the best though.
But they're the best for you guys. They're not the best for me.
Oh.
So I did not tell Blitz not to publish today's podcast, which was recorded. Lummy and I recorded it yesterday. I did not tell Blitz It's scheduled to be released today at noon in our little podcasting world. Anywhere you get your podcasting, search the Bubba Army, and our podcast will come up. That being said, I've not told him to not, but I'm on the fence because I got a little emotional. Did I not?
Yes, you did.
I got emotional.
Oh, what was it about?
I don't want
probably
to get into
guess,
it.
but
I don't want to
won't.
get into it.
Okay.
I got a little emotional, and I just probably said some stuff, and so I'm not even leaning to taking it down, but I'm going to release it today, but I don't know how long it's going to stay up.
Oh.
Just because I owe it to the people. I said I was going to do it, and I did it. It may not be up for a couple. I may pull it Monday, just because the longer that it lingers out there, the more opportunity it has to piss people off. And so, my life's in shambles right now, and these podcasts tend to bring it out of me. The show, I can fake pretty much the show, but when Lummy starts breaking it down long form, and we're not worried about, because when you're on terrestrial radio, you got to keep things moving along.
Well, also, you're able to dictate the direction of the show, but if Lummy's bringing you questions that you have to answer,
right? I'm running the ship when during the morning show. Lummy isn't throwing things at me. I'm throwing things at you guys.
Right.
And you guys are coming back with me, stuff to me, and we're engaging.
Mm-hmm.
But when Lummy, and Lummy knows too. And he saved the one for, little son of a bitch, he saved the one for last, the one that got me. The one that got me emotional, the one that got me yapping too much.
I got you in that comfort zone of those couple softballs in the beginning.
Ooh, that's a good technique.
So anyway, it goes up. Today's Probably Got Away From Me podcast goes up today at noon. Then tomorrow will be Blummel, which will be today's after show.
Mm-hmm.
And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be like some old school stuff.
Okay.
Like maybe the Jessica Hahn call in, maybe, whatever. Blitz has got a hopper full of some old stuff that he's going to throw up there. And then starting next Monday, we are going to superset and go crazy. I'd like to do a Flapping Gaps with you.
Okay.
Lummy,
We're also doing Kevin's Law, just letting you know, too.
Perfect. Which that can go up as a pod.
That's on Tuesday.
Tuesday. Lummy, I'd like to do another one with you.
Okay.
On a Flapping Gaps with you. Blitz, maybe something with you. I don't know. Then we got a Bubba 199. Just trying to push and close out February strong, which so far, February has been strong. Maybe I was quite the visionary in canceling the show's appearance to the Florida State Fair. Right?
Yeah, I'd say so. I thought Lummy would appreciate this the most.
100%.
This is why he's so afraid.
Well, and I was.
It's been validated.
I already had mentioned that that Dan and I were going to ride some of the, the rides.
Right.
Like the zipper and the super centrifuge and the swinging hammers and all that kind of nonsense. And so I guess did a woman get killed or she just hurt?
She got a little hurt because part of the ride started to disconnect from like the center of it. Mm-hmm. And so she was pushing it back with her feet.
The methed out Carney Blitz forgot the cotter pin, and the wedge and the bolt backed out, and old girl was trying to have the leg pressed the deal.
Yeah, with the 6-year-old, her boyfriend's daughter, right next to her.
Don't forget next Tuesday, you and I and Red got to go to.
down south.
Yeah. Into a nightmare for a woman from Highlands County.
Yeah, she was looking forward to a day at the fair with her boyfriend's family, but she says she left injured after a frightening malfunction on one of the rides. This woman is only sharing her story with News Channel 8's Justin Shecker. He joins us live in Tampa tonight. Justin.
Jen and Keith, good evening to you both. Eve Brock tells me she feared for the worst.
Who? What's her name?
Eve Brock.
Eve Brock. She says
Brock.
By the way, I have it all the way up. So for you level guys out there, I got it jacked all the way.
But she also tells me this experience traumatized her boyfriend, and his children.
By the way, we were, as a show, supposed to go to the Florida State Fair yesterday. and I just got so much going on. In fact, leaving here right at 5 till 10, and I'll be up in Ocala clear till Sunday. So this is my big event. I think a lot of people are coming. So anyway, I couldn't just. Dan was available late. We were available early. It starts getting to be 2, 3, 4 o'clock for us. That's kind of when our window is shrinking. I didn't want to, so I just called it off. We would have had a good time. I know that, but we've been providing a lot of additional content, and so I called off the state fair deal.
Did you take Merch Creek out to dinner instead?
No.
Yeah.
I pilled up and went to bed at.
Did you do anything for Valentine's Day?
I wrote her a letter.
Oh, right, the letter.
And drew a picture. That's it. Like Blitz, I was going to get on that. Remember I said none of the scary rides scare me. If I fit, sometimes I don't fit in the seat. If I fit, I'm riding it.
Okay.
This is video of the spin-out ride shining bright during the opening night of the Florida State Fair.
It kind of goes up side to side and is spinning while it's doing that.
I mean, this woman doesn't look like the kind of,
Right, she's not a big person.
You mean she's not a whale?
Well, no. She's not a whiz-ite Trizash from Sefner with no teeth and tattoos. This woman looks like she could, really have a job and, be a productive person in society. You would think that the average degenerate that rides these rides, wouldn't look like this woman, right?
Early Sunday afternoon, after Eve Brock got on the ride with her boyfriend's 9-year-old son, she says something went horribly wrong.
It almost felt like when we were riding it that the ride was falling down, which was really, really terrifying.
Photos Brock shared with It On Your Side show the centerpiece on the ride became partially detached.
The way it was hinged, it came towards us. So I stuck my feet out to try to stop it from hitting us because I didn't know how far it was going to come back.
Brock says she started yelling to shut down the ride, but it wasn't until they started.
And the bulbs hit the metal floor of the ride. It was like ting, 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 ting.
That was probably from her feet, right?
I don't know.
And they knew everything. Everybody was like, what the heck is happening?
Brock recalls seeing her boyfriend's 6-year-old daughter while she waited nearly 20 minutes to get off the ride with her 2 sprained ankles.
As I was panic attacking.
Oh, yeah. I wish both of my ankles would have broken. And then, Lummy, we could have used Brandon the Quad's wheelchair. Yeah. Wheelchair me right on out.
Imagine the news covering that for you.
Hold on. Can you imagine if me and Dan, who's a lawyer, break our ankles on the Graviton 2000? Man, I'm telling you, I'm getting paid. I swear to God. Yeah, but those carnies probably ain't got no insurance. But since it's the Florida State Fair, maybe the state has some liability, right, Blitz? I mean, I'm thinking maybe.
Possibly.
I don't know.
And
I know Jay would sniff out every insurance
There's
policy
probably
known
some
to man.
kind of deal where because it's a state, you can only get $100,000
right.
or something.
I'd take $100,000 for a broken ankle.
Was looking up at me, just sobbing her little eyes out. She couldn't do anything.
I mean, take a sledgehammer out back, Lummy, and break my ankle for $100.
Okay.
My Lord.
I got 100 on me right now.
100,000.
Oh.
Midway manager of the Florida State Fair says the ride operator followed proper safety protocol and brought the ride down safely to its resting position. He also says third-party inspectors and the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services re-inspected the ride and found it to be safe to return to operation.
Jimmy, that's good enough. Go ahead and operate this thing.
That there cotter pin look like it's strong enough to hold it next time,
Yeah.
Last time you didn't put one in, but we put a new cotter pin in, so it should hold it.
I hit it with a hammer, bent it over a little bit. It'll be good.
Good.
I'm never going to get on another amusement park ride at a fair. Now, a roller coaster at a nice big park, probably, but still, it was good.
I mean, it does. It that should be everybody's mindset. Realistically, people like Busch Gardens and Disney and Universal and all that, they actually, first of all, those rides aren't being torn down and driven to Kansas tomorrow.
Yeah.
First of all, they're made to be a permanent fixture. Secondly, for the most part, they have a very extensive maintenance crew that goes through them, a few times a day.
At least you would hope so.
Well, yeah, I think they do. and I think there's far more computer sensors and things like that on
Definitely.
those rides than Jimmy, who forgot to put the cotter pin in because he was cracked out.
Right.
And by the way, they'll be in Claypool, Indiana tomorrow. This same festival.
And then sitting at Gibson Town for what, like
3
6
months? Yeah,
3 months.
And state regulators require daily ride inspections, and these reports must be done before the fair opens each day. We're live tonight.
Daily ride inspections. Hey, Blitz, that thing look good enough to you?
Yep.
Did it start up?
Yep.
Did it shut down?
Yep.
Brakes work?
10-4.
All right, here we go. Gave that one a check mark.
So
I got to get to that goddamn foot-long corn dog stand immediately.
Hell yeah.
Checker 8 on your side.
Yeah.
So all she got was her emergency room paid for and free ride tickets.
What? That's what they offered
yeah,
her?
she said the fair paid her emergency room visit and offered her free ride tickets.
To get hurt
And
again.
she said, I will never be back and ride a fair ride again.
Oh, well, she hasn't lawyered up, obviously. If she broke her ankles, if she did...
No, but she was dumb by doing this interview because she even said in there, she's like, oh, I'll still ride rides. So she can't use that whole, like, hey, mental, I can't ever ride a ride again deal.
Trauma.
What she should have had is her lawyer there.
Yeah.
Saying Mrs. McGillicuddy has 2 cracked ankles and she's traumatized.
One of her favorite things in her whole life was to be able to ride rides,
Right.
and now she's unable to.
She should have been over there, crocodile tearing. Over there, she's trying to act like Johnny Tough Guy, and they're going to use that right against you. Because if you have a good lawyer, man, you're mentally traumatized, and Blitz, every time you drive by a carnival ride, you start having an anxiety attack, right?
Yep.
You start seeing a psychiatrist immediately. Like her first psychiatrist meeting should be today, and she starts, she works the deal, and she tells the psychiatrist that I'm having nightmares about this.
She can't drive on I-4 anymore and drive past where the fairgrounds
Right,
are
she
at.
can't get any. Soon as she gets on I-4, no matter where, it reminds her of the Florida State Fairgrounds. Anytime she hears the word fairgrounds, she starts having a meltdown. She's on all this kind of medication. Everything. You work the gimmick. I told Blitz my idea on the jelly roll deal. I'd like you guys to take that, maybe cut that up into some high spots.
Okay.
Yeah. A jelly roll now has the number 1 country song in America. I saw.
Yeah.
That he has the number 1 song in country music right now, Jelly Roll.
Yeah, he's currently writing his new album.
Really?
Yeah.
Called what?
Well, he's currently writing it. He's kind of off social media every once in a while and says he's going in to write. So
his new album?
Yeah.
And Gabby Petito's family are pushing to get a copy of a letter that was written by Brian Laundrie's mother after Gabby's murder. According to attorney Pat Riley, the letter was written by Laundrie's mother and then sent to Brian. The court filings say in this particular letter, Roberta Laundrie offered Brian a shovel to help him bury Petito's body.
What's up, shorty?
Riley also claims the letter told Brian to burn the letter after he read it. A request for the letter was filed in court today and is believed to be a part of a future deposition.
They found her remains, did they not?
Yes.
Yeah, they found her, and they found his remains
later on. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Remember, it was a manhunt for what, like a month or two?
Here in Manatee County, I think, nonetheless.
I forget, somewhere in like the swampland or.
Wasn't it yesterday? You gave me in fact, I'm going to go into words, so I'm not too late today. But I'm going to come back with. Didn't you? And if you, I got to find it. I think you sent it to me yesterday. If not, maybe find it for me again. But. There were signs of, like, she had a black eye.
Oh, yeah, I saw those videos.
Yeah. Oh, Anna, will you find that for me? It was a news story where, like, Gabby Petito's
new videos
parents.
Released or new photos released. I'll find it for you.
Yeah.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
I've been out the Skyway 38 months. Mayaka. He was in Mayaka River. Mayaka, whatever. Everybody's big ass nose. Good morning. Good morning, Maria Guatemala. think he's 67.
And then let me make the Jessica Hahn deal.
Yeah, I wrote that down from yesterday. Big Buck from Charleston, good morning. Wrestling coach, 40 months. Jay Gator, 444.
Thank you, Hum.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, DJ Hum.
Sauce.
Good morning, Halo Flies.
I'm open to suggestions.
We're working on it, babe.
I'm talking to chat.
Oh, you missed some of them. They were really good.
I'm sure they were. You know what? I regret asking them.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you just said that again, like,
I regret it.
Good morning. Picking up everything, red beard. Doing curls. Sure is. Jay's hip from VA. Bubba Shots, 50 months. Nice Jay Gator. Tripping semi-auto-glass Travis, good morning.
Is that creatine?
Creatine.
No, semi-auto-glass.
I'm gonna do Gator Nationals. I need that air check.
Alright.
Yikes.
Should Cuddy cause.
Fucking yikes.
You semi-auto-glass. Joey Pump's in there. He was in here a week ago. He's got a lot of shit on his plate since the hurricane. I think it was like 2 weeks ago when we popped in. Pepsi Joe. Chocolate yep, you are right on that.
Chocolate egg.
That's almost going to be a secret chopper.
DJ Annabelle, DJ Red Pill. Oh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. Ew.
Good morning, Lummy's Gob.
DJ Red Pill. Kind of like it. I kind of like it.
Good morning, if there's a cat. Good morning. Joe Pasta Sausage to Girl Teeth. Good morning.
Wow, 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 wow. Interesting. Ugly, but whatever.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Good morning, Sister Girl Cheese. Felix the cat.
Yesterday, last night.
DJ Show Killer. Because I'm killing it on the show. Thanks.
Joe Pasta Sauce, 13 months.
Alright. Well, let's just keep our expectations, realistic. Okay? Everyone could.
Zach Moore, who's 22 months.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh. Stand in heat. Seminole Snowman. Only 13 months.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Don't forget the Gator Nationals, Gainesville. It's the opening of the NHRA season. I'm talking funny cars, full-blown nitrous dragsters, top fuel dragsters, which Tony Stewart just announced yesterday he's going to run the whole entire season, sponsored by Mobil 1. That means his wife, Leah Stewart, who drives, I think, top nitrous dragsters, and Hagen, who drives funny cars. Tony now has a 3-team NHRA. God, think about this, Blitz. He sponsors, well, he owns Donnie Schatz's World of Outlaw dirt winged 410 team. He owns an NHRA team. He owns a NASCAR team that consists of 4 cars. He owns, I think, an Xfinity. Is that what the series is called now? I don't know. Camping World? Hell, I don't know. I know he owns what used to be the Busch series, which I think may now be the Xfinity series. I think he owns a car or so over there. He owns Eldora Speedway. I think he has something to do with, you know what, Blitz? This is something you didn't know. I think he, okay, it's alcohol draft, not Top Fuel. Okay, yeah, okay. So it's Top Alcohol. Top Fuel is... She
drives Top Fuel.
Yeah, Top Fuel is the nitrous deal. So she drives Top Fuel. He's starting out in Top Alcohol. But you know, Blitz, that Tony's not going to stay at Top Alcohol long.
No.
And I also was told that he had something or some ownership in Flow Racing.
Really?
As well.
Well, don't forget his biggest team, his remote control car team.
Yeah, I don't know if that he even still has that.
I don't know.
Anyway, we might be able to ask him because he might be in studio Tuesday morning.
Cool.
He's going to be in Tampa. Tony Stewart will be in Tampa Tuesday morning doing like a little junket deal. You know,
which Tuesday morning?
Next Tuesday.
Okay.
Next Tuesday he'll be in. Okay. I don't know if he's going to be able. I'd prefer to have him in studio. But he will at least be on the phone while he's making his Tuesday rounds. Talk to Joshua, my NHRA guy, and he's like, "Hey, I'll be in town with. How close are you?" The guy asked how close I was to the airport. I go. I said I could almost have Lummy with the wireless microphone at the terminal and be able to interview.
If I put the antenna outside, no question.
Yeah, for real.
Really?
So, no,
Oh.
I mean,
I could.
You could get a Marty unit or something, couldn't you?
Well, yeah.
But I mean, anyway, make a long story short, it's looking like we're at least going to have Tony Stewart on the phone Tuesday morning and talk about the Gator Nationals and how he's debuting his Top Alcohol deal along with his wife and Hagen. What's Hagen's first name? I forget what Hagen's first name is. He's a champion, I think. So anyway, and Blitz, myself, the Merch Crick, and Dan will be attending the Gator Nationals in Gainesville. Go to NHRA.com for ticket information.
Is it Matt Hagen?
Yes, Matt Hagen. Matt Hagen is his funny car driver. So if you live in Florida, man, and you can have an opportunity to hear my voice right now, or it doesn't matter, even South Carolina, like Charleston, wouldn't be that bad of a drive to Gainesville. You know,
no.
what's Gainesville to Charleston? Probably 5 hours, maybe 6. I don't know. Blitz will be. Maybe I should ask old girl. Hey Alexa, how long of a drive is it from Charleston, South Carolina to Gainesville, Florida?
From Charleston, a drive to Gainesville would take about 5 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, there you go. I'm right.
Yep.
get a hotel room and watch and come out and see us. More importantly, man, come out and if you've never seen. Now, I know that there's a large portion of my crowd be like, we know how impressive an NHRA event, drag racing event is. Like, you just cannot understand how they can get that much horsepower hooked up to the ground and go 1,000 feet in 3 seconds.
By the way, if you've never been to an event like that, it's loud.
Let me tell you something. Bring earplugs or ear protection.
Like you would go to a gun range with.
Yeah.
Especially if you have like little kids or like if you bring like your wife or girlfriend or something that might not like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like,
it's bad.
Bring ear protection.
It is bad ass. It is like you cannot fathom. TV just simply doesn't do it any justice.
Not
you
at all.
cannot fathom. I think what's Ron Capps and what is that? What are those Top Fuel dragsters doing? 13,000 horsepower. I think a Top Fuel dragster or a Top Fuel funny car is like 11 to 13,000 horsepower. Alexa, how much horsepower does a Top Fuel funny car have?
From OklahomaTechnicalCollege.com. It has been said that a Top Fuel funny car can make around 11,000 plus HP and about 8,000 FT, pounds of torque from an
That's
engine having only
11,000
500 cubic inches.
500 cubic inches, 11,000 horsepower. I don't know how many pounds. What she
I think
said,
it said like 8,000.
8,000 pounds of foot torque. And both, I mean, the tires, they got to put bead locks on the inners and the outers just to keep the tire on the wheel because it just wants to spin off. And Blitz, have you seen them ever in super slow-mo?
Of course.
The flex of the tire?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. They're trying to rip the tire right off. Anyway, Bubba Army, man, go out to NHRA.com, buy some seats. I think every seat is a pit pass because you can go down and literally watch them, and the rules are. Maybe you could send me a video of an NHRA team tearing down.
I'm sending you the video of a slow motion of a tire.
Right. And then find me. I think they have 50 minutes to put a whole new engine in.
Like a engine teardown.
Yeah, like they tear the engine down after every run. Like they don't run it one time, go around, let it cool off, put some more oil in it, and run it again. They completely only leave the short block, just the block. New crank, new piston, new rods, all new valve train, everything. Is this what this is right here? Yeah, watch this. Well, first of all, I want to show you this video here. This video here is of a Top Fuel dragster tire flex.
And you could be how close to this tire?
Well, I'm thinking with my passes that I get through NHRA, along with being Tony's good friend Kicker, and knowing Rico from Fatheads Blitz, who's Tony's handler, I'm thinking that maybe we'll be almost this close.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm thinking we're going to be close.
I know that they usually only let the teams have a certain number of people there, so
yeah.
We'll see.
Well, we might be that
but
guy.
Dude, even if not, like you could still
I can
watch it, 25 feet away, which is super close.
I'm thinking, Lummy, worst case scenario that me and Blitz are from here to the mailbox. From
I mean, anyone could get that close. So yeah, definitely.
Not anyone, but I mean,
if you buy a ticket,
that's badass.
You can't get Blitz. I think we'll be on the lawn. I think we'll be close to the Christmas tree. I think we'll be close. I mean, like we're going to be.
No, you said from here to the mailbox.
Yeah, well, that's about
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying anybody with a ticket can get that close.
Right.
Which is awesome if you want to go watch it.
Watch this now. This is right now. This is obviously super slow mo. Now watch this tire. It's just trying to rip it off the rim. Look at the flex of that tire.
Wow. And then the next video, they show a funny car doing it.
I think the funny cars might even have more because there's more weight on them.
Yeah, it starts right here.
This is the funny car one right here. That's Ron Capps, by the way, Napa.
Napa know-how.
Look at that. And they don't even bark. Like there's not even a because that means
you don't want it to.
Because that means you're losing gription. They want that thing to stick. All right, Lummy, what did you send me?
The engine breakdown.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. You go buy a regular ticket. You're sitting top row, Willie. I don't care. Buy the cheapest ticket you can. You can literally walk down anytime and walk into the pits and watch these teams. They have it stanchioned off a little bit, so you're about probably 8-9 feet away. That's it. Mm-hmm. And but the drivers all come out and sign autographs and take pictures, and then you literally can watch. And if you're into cars or you're into mechanical stuff or just into building motors and just like the regular dude, the way us rough dudes are, it's cool guys. You'll find this fascinating to watch him take. A guy comes out, Lummy, with a piston tray, and he knocks each piston down in there into the hole, and then they got a guy below that's taking in and hooking each piston up to the crank because the crank's already been installed. Like, it's just unbelievable. Here, this shows it, I think, right here. Watch the U.S. Army Top Fuel Team and blitz the hospitality suites. Have you ever been to an NHRA hospitality suite?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the name of the game. Like, they put more than any other form of racing, like NASCAR or whatever, hospitality, because that's how they get their sponsors. The sponsors want this hospitality experience. Mm-hmm. So the hospitality game is almost as important as the team. All right, so they bring in, looks like they're going to bring the dragster in here.
That was it, just drove by.
That was a GMC Denali. Here they are, hold on. Now watch these little ants, these little soldiers.
And you see the people right there watching.
Yeah.
Like, that's how close you can get.
That's how close the fans can get, right there. Which is what, Blitz? There's one table between them.
Right.
So
and the lower tier teams, like, you could probably go grab a wrench and help out if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can be like, hey man, how much torque you need on that head bolt? Yeah. Guys taking off the valve covers. Here, let me out. I know that's what sometimes you hear when we're working on Gus.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think
looks just like Gus too.
They take the hold on here.
Same engine as Gus.
They're gonna take the blow. They're gonna take the blower off. Watch. Almost took the guy's head off with the blower. Now he comes in. Now he's gonna start taking the heads off.
It's pretty bad when you got to rebuild a motor after only going a quarter of a mile.
No, it's not bad. It's how violent it is.
I know.
Look, I think they almost got it clear right here. Hold on. Yeah, all the pistons are out. I mean, that kind of stuff gives me a boner. I'm going to be honest with you.
It's pretty sick.
Me, Dan, Blitz, and the Crick will be at the NHRA Gator Nationals March 9, 10, 11, and 12 in Gainesville. Go to nhra.com for ticket information. We also got a Class A badass bus. Blitz, I'm going to find pictures of the bus and show you next.
Okay.
Courtesy of Giant Recreation World, my buddy Tom in Rental. It's got me all hooked up. You don't even understand with Giant Recreation World. I don't gotta. Me and Blitz ain't gotta go over to Orlando and schlep it. Go to one of their 3 convenient locations and pick it up, and then drive it all the way to Gainesville. Have our fun with the Class A Willie. Then drive it back. No.
I think you could do that if you want to.
You can. But they also have a fee that they charge you for them to literally have it in place so that you pull up and it's already set up.
So, Purple Jersey is a drag racer.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. And when he comes down to Florida to race, he calls them and has a RV rented usually.
Yeah, and he said it's sweet.
Oh, it's so sweet. You don't even understand how cool it is. Wait till you see. I'll show you ours next here, Blitz. Here's the Gabby. So anyway, nhra.com. Get a ticket. I'd probably get a ticket. If I was going to go, I'd probably go Friday, Saturday, or at least Saturday for the finals. I mean, for the quarterfinals. The finals are on Sunday day. So you could go Thursday for qualifying and Friday for the preliminaries, Saturday for the quarterfinals, and then Sunday for the semis and the finals. So pick your poison. And it's supposed to be nice. think I don't know about March 9 through 12. I don't think I can really look at a forecast that.
They're not reliable.
But I'm looking for this weekend. Greg White, half of the Greg and Amy team. Love Greg.
Hall of Famer
On the Cash App, 25. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all at the Bubba Army. Thank you so much, Greg. Blitz, but I can look at this weekend's weather for me in Ocala, and it's looking pretty damn good.
Yeah, they said maybe a little bit of rain on Friday, or hopefully early in the day.
That's since been changed.
Oh.
That has since been changed
okay.
on my weather app. Now I don't know. You may have a better one than me, but my 20% chance of rain yesterday has gone down to less than 5.
Oh wow.
So Thursday high 80. Listen to this. How beautiful this is. Thursday high 83. Friday high 82. Jesus, those.
Sorry.
You got the most obnoxious
DJ high pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
DJ Afrin. Thursday 83, Friday 82, Saturday high 70, and then at race time it's low 46, but that's like at 5 in the morning, so don't be scared by that. Saturday night by 10 o'clock it's still 61 degrees, so it's going to be beautiful.
Be good to bundle up.
Be nice to have
It'd be nice.
You know what? Sweatshirt weather.
Yeah.
Sweatshirt weather. A lot of people are coming out. Blitz, I'm taking my cowboy gun out there.
Nice. You've been saying that.
I know, but I already got it packed up. It's already in the truck. I'm leaving here at 5 till 10. I'm out of here. I got practice tonight.
You got some 38 special to shoot with it?
They gave me 38 ammo.
Perfect.
Nice.
But it also shoots 357, right?
I believe so.
And isn't 357 a much bigger load?
Yes.
Yeah. Wasn't it back in the day, Blitzy, that like a lot of police agencies back in the 80s carried 357s?
Some of them did. A lot of them carried 38.
Was 357 just too big of a round?
Yeah, the gun was usually bigger too. If you're carrying it around every day, you don't want to have to carry that around.
Would cops carry like those little 38 snub nose specials?
Mm-hmm. Was it like the Smith & Wesson Model 10, I believe?
Right. I always thought a 357 was a monster load with a big kickback.
It's not that bad, but it's up there.
It's just short of a 44, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anna, here's the Gabby stuff, and they're saying that she was showing signs of domestic violence, a week before she ended up missing? Is that what they're saying
I
here?
think it's just a new pic that was released, taken after the domestic incident.
Attorneys for Gabby Patino's family have released a previously unseen photo of the slain 22-year-old. That looks like she's got a black eye there, doesn't it?
Not there. You'll see it.
You'll see, yeah. There you go.
Ooh.
Why didn't you send that to anybody? Or maybe she did. I don't know. But
Just taken shortly before domestic violence stopped Utah, just weeks before her suspected murder at the hands of Brian. That's a hit, isn't it? Isn't that that's a hit to the eye?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. The photo was taken by Patino and shows blood across her nose and left eye. Or it was like maybe an arm bar across the face or something, right? Because a punch might be more of a black eye deal, or this might be
just happened. Yeah, it looks kind of like more of scratching.
It kind of looks like more road rash-ish, doesn't it, than punch-ish?
Yeah.
And you do this more than we do, but that doesn't look like a direct hit to the eye. That looks like a ground and pound, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it usually swells and already turns blue even right after impact.
Right. Like,
that's a ground and pound, man.
Right, but it also could just be blood.
Yeah, because above the eye.
Because it doesn't look like.
Oh, like maybe this little thing right here, Blitz, got opened up, and then that kind of morphed into some swiped. Because that certainly looks like it was kind of swiped at right there.
And if you go above, it looks like there's some neosporin on her forehead or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining something.
Let me see here.
Like at the top.
Oh, yeah,
right
up here.
There. Yeah. It looks like she's already treated that.
And then down by her chin, or down by her lips.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Needless to say, whatever it wasn't good, and she wasn't happy about it.
No.
She looks very sad there.
Yeah.
No, you're right, Anna. You got some forehead action up here.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking that he grounded and pounded her.
Possibly.
Yeah. You got her in a full mount and then...
I believe she talked about it during the stop.
The photo was taken by Patino and shows blood across her nose and left eye.
Yeah, blood.
Ready? Okay.
That's what it looks like.
I know.
Doesn't it? A civil lawsuit alleges that Patino showed the bloody photo to the police officers during the traffic
And they didn't
stop.
do anything?
Yeah, but at that point on it, I don't know that they can prove.
Well, did we watch the video here? I don't know if we watched it here, if I just watched it, but like the whole stop.
No, send it to me. I think we did.
Definitely watched it.
I think
But
we definitely
watched it here.
But I'd like to watch it again now, having known this, right?
Yeah.
But claims that they ignored her and did nothing more than investigate and document her injury. Listen, if you're a police officer, and I'm not one, and you got a young girl like this, and she has visible signs, or she can show you visible signs of some bad stuff happening, and she's crying like this, clearly upset.
But during the stop, she wasn't though, and she was blaming herself and said that she started hitting him and he was holding her back or something. I don't know. That's
yikes.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll never really know. And is her family suing the agency or the state of Montana
the
or
Moab police?
But what I sent you for today was the letter that was written from Brian Laundrie's mom to Brian Laundrie, and it said "read and burn," and they got their hands on it.
Yeah, he didn't burn it.
Yeah, stupid
idiot.
Stupid.
So Brian Laundrie's mom sent him a letter.
I don't know if she gave it to him or she sent it in the mail, but it said it said read and burn, and he never burned it. And it says some apparently pretty shocking things.
Will you get that for me?
That's what the story was.
I know.
I'll resend it.
All right, thank you.
I got you.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
It's like, even in death, you're a disappointment, son. Because I feel like this could incriminate the mom, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I think this opens up
if she knew about it, didn't fucking tell the authorities, and then...
It's not a news story, it's just, it is.
Yeah, offered to be an accomplice in covering up the murder, I mean...
This is not good.
Bubba, this is not good. You are correct. Correctamundo! I know you care. Bring it over to my place. Excuse me. Restrictions apply. Huh. Hang the mom, she produced a failure like herself. What do you want me to do on 11? I give him the news. Jesus Christ. People are never happy. Okay. Gary the Cantrell. Hello. Good morning. Hmm? When you say restrictions, Good morning, Zombie Casey. I don't know. Was paid yesterday. Because I paid the year before. DJ Blummel. Wait, what? Blummel? No, it's just me, though. Even though Blitz is helping with ancillary stuff. Good morning, FT Greg and Amy. Chocolate Cat. Blumpkin. I'm not a vegan. What's up, Seminole Snowman? No, it is not. Thank you, Drummerman. Bring it over to my face. Hear me. Bring it over to Come on.
Big Hands John, good morning.
Big Hands John. How the fuck are you?
Hi, Larry Plummer.
Lair Bear? How's Lair Bear doing?
Larry's doing good. He just texted me.
Good. Good.
Oh. Sure.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studio, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. As 2023 approaches, now that we're almost 2 months in, you might want to think about looking at your credit card statements when they do roll in and analyzing what type of interest rate you're paying. Chances are it's well over 20 and maybe even 30%. They gouge the hell out of you like car dealerships. By the way, I posted that lawsuit on our Facebook page.
Oh, nice.
My buddy that's suing Carl Flammer Ford.
Yeah.
My people at Lightstream, that's lightstream.com.
/BTLS.
They try to deal with the Carl Flammer Fords of credit cards that are gouging the hell out of you, 25, 30, 32%, and they try to whittle you down to maybe even as low as 7.99% with APR and auto pay and excellent credit. And it all starts and stops with a credit card consolidation loan from lightstream.com.
/BTLS.
Can help you pay off your credit cards and locked in a low fixed rate. The rate is good for the entire life of the loan. From $5,000 to $100,000, there are no fees. Lightstream believes people with good credit deserve a better loan experience, and that's exactly what they give you. And for my listeners only now, you can apply and get a special interest rate discount and save even more. The only way to get this discount is to go to lightstream.com
/BTLS.
LIGHTSTREAM.com
/BTLS.
Subject to credit approval. Rates range from 7.99% APR to 23.99% APR and include a 0.50% auto pay discount. The lowest rate requires excellent credit. Credit terms and conditions apply. Offer subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com
/BTLS
for more information. Thank you. This is the story that Anna was talking about that she sent me earlier today and I couldn't find. This is about, I think it's about the Gabby Petito's. Brian Laundrie's mom wrote let's see if I understand this right, Anna. Brian Laundrie's mom wrote a letter to Brian Laundrie.
Correct.
And the Patino family is trying to locate this letter.
No,
they did.
The attorneys, the attorney for Brian Laundrie's family and the attorney for the Petitos are corresponding. The attorney for the Petito family has read the letter and said it's shocking, and he wants to give it to the Petitos to read.
Oh.
So.
Now, will this have anything to do with the civil case that's going on? I think it could maybe implicate the mother, Brian Laundrie's mom, into some bad stuff.
Absolutely.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Representing Gabby Petito's family are pushing to get a copy of a letter that was written by Brian Laundrie's mother after Gabby's murder. According to attorney Pat Riley, the letter was written by Laundrie's mother and then sent...
Pat Riley is no longer in basketball. He's being an attorney now, Lemmy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does the Laundrie family have any money?
I don't know.
I mean, that has probably a lot to do with how far potentially this would go civilly. Like if they're broke, you know.
Well, I think it could also just make her
an accomplice.
That's what I'm saying, in covering up a murder.
Oh.
So I think it goes beyond civil, and that it could be a criminal case placed against her.
So, and Blitz, isn't it usually, man, some of your strongest civil cases come after a criminal conviction? A lot of times people will wait to go civilly.
It's cheaper to let somebody else do the investigation.
Right. Yeah. So a lot of times the civil judgment comes after the criminal courts have already got the verdict, so to speak. And you're right, Blitz, they've done all the work for you.
Right.
You just go get the case files.
Or it's kind of been tried already, so you know what works and what doesn't work.
Been roughed in, if you will.
The lawsuit only seeks damages of at least $30,000.
No.
That's what it says
at
in
the bottom of the article.
Of at least $30,000.
Yeah,
so if
that
not,
means
more.
it could be $30 million.
Oh, okay.
But the Petitos are claiming that the family knew that she had died and where her body was, and they didn't say anything. And this letter could obviously, indicate that that is in fact true.
The court filings say in this particular letter, Roberta Laundrie offered Brian a shovel to help him bury Petito's body. Riley also claims the letter told Brian to burn the letter after he read it. A request for the letter was filed in court today and is believed to be a part of a future deposition.
So.
Wow.
But we don't know when the letter was written.
And we don't know,
like if the mom wrote it like weeks before anything happened, and kind of like tongue in cheek, like if you do anything, I'll help you bury the body. But a
lot of times, I can tell you, I can testify firsthand. Tongue in cheek will really shove it up your ass.
No question.
Especially if you write "burn" after reading.
Right.
I mean,
what a bad son for not burning it either.
Yeah, what a dick move. Even after death, he's a disappointment.
Yeah.
God, she should kill herself.
Whoa.
We can't say that.
I didn't say that, though.
I don't even have my disclaimer, dude.
That was not me.
That's all hyperbole. We heal through humor.
Right, exactly. Thank you, Lemmy.
Go ahead, Lemmy.
Let me give it a few pew-pews.
Pew, 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 pew.
So let me go
the
through the
Bubba
whole...
Love Sponge Show practices healing with humor. And we see jokes as funny stuff.
Using hyperbolic
statements.
Farts are funny.
To cover our collective asses.
Yes.
And farts are funny.
And what Anna said was inappropriate and not endorsed by the Bubba Radio Network. She will be she will be punished for that.
Suspended for 2 days starting tomorrow.
As a matter of fact, Anna, I'm suspending you with pay for 2 days.
Thank you so much. I mean, I'm sorry.
It's right.
It won't happen again.
So, like being late yesterday, bitch.
Yeah, I know.
Did you retext your friend from Australia and said, man, you really got me in trouble?
No, it was my fault. Why would I blame her?
Oh, my
I
fault.
actually take accountability for stuff.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know it's pretty unusual.
I try to sometimes.
Yeah.
My stuff's just a little larger scale than yours.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
yours is, being a little bit late. Mine's sex tapes and things like that.
Yeah, sorry I brought that up.
No problem. So they're using that now. Now, they didn't, Blitz, they said in depositions, but like they didn't indicate civil and or criminal. So, like, I wonder where they're going with this.
What do you mean they didn't indicate?
They said that this letter is going to be brought up during depositions that are scheduled. They didn't indicate whether those depositions were part of a civil proceeding.
It's a civil
or a criminal proceeding.
No, it's civil. I've read the whole thing.
Oh, okay. So it's civil.
Yeah.
But now, could criminal get involved? Now that
Could there be a criminal suit?
What I'm saying is, okay, that.
So the FBI are the ones that have this letter. So I would assume if anything criminal would have happened because of the letter, FBI would have, done something about that.
All right. So this story here is about a teacher that is accused of inappropriate relationship with a student, Volusia, a Volusia gym teacher. But I'm looking at Good Day Orlando. And Danielle Fox just needs. Danielle Knox
just needs some knocks.
No, she just needs to calm it down. Like, I think you're a very attractive woman, but African American women can wear too much makeup too, right?
Sure.
And
yeah.
I mean, wow.
She's done up.
Yeah, my Lord. Well, of course, I love it when Blitz instantaneously sends me. Yeah, see, right here, she looks great there. That's
way better.
Isn't that literally the same day?
No, it looks like literally her and Blitz were blowing off bottle rockets, and a few went into her face before she went on set. Look, is that? I mean, that doesn't look like anything like that.
Same color, but it's different.
Don't you think that?
I think it looks pretty similar.
Doesn't her tone and everything look so much better there?
Yeah.
And more believable, and she looks far more believable there. Oh, let me see about that. There, she's got the special. Look at that donk.
I mean, she's kind of bending over.
Then you
like that. That looks.
That looks natural to you?
No, it doesn't look natural to me, but it looks
doesn't
better.
Look clown.
It looks better than this ultra dark foundation that she's wearing.
I mean, it could also just be lighting and
right.
Let's
see. We'll let the story go and see if it gets any better.
School district says that Aaron Hankard is suspended indefinitely, and Fox 35's Randy Hildreth is joining us live in Volusia County this morning. Randy, he will have that first appearance today, and Port Orange police say that a tip actually started this investigation.
Well, there was a tip, all right, that started this deal.
That tip came in on Friday, and by Sunday evening, Aaron Hankard was arrested and in custody. We've been monitoring inmate records, and it appears that he is still in custody here, has not bonded out here at the Volusia County Jail. His bond was set for $115,000.
I gotta tell you, as an on the beat street reporter, this girl's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
God, we get a lot of bad ones. Guys and girls locally. This girl's pretty good.
Dollars. And just to give an update on what we've learned from police so far, again, he was arrested yesterday. And
I don't understand how you teachers out there can ever think that you can blast a student and get away with it. I mean, maybe back in the day when you didn't have Snapchat and Insta and phones, cell phones and text messages that are kept forever and things like that. And
there's receipts everywhere.
And you just made contact with the kid, and you decided to meet under the bleachers after the last period of the day, and there was a quickie here or a quickie there. I don't know. I'm sure that it's been going around for a while, but man, I don't know how you can ever think that you're going to get away with it. Like, I mean, is she telling you? Does the student tell you, I like you so much, I'm never gonna say nothing? Is that
how it starts?
I don't know. How does it start?
So it looks like he started buying her lunch in December, and then in January they started having sex.
Yeah, and then he bought it and then he mashed it.
Let me buy that lunch in December because 30 days from now I'll be mashing it.
Yeah.
I wonder if she was so naughty that she asked him to mash.
I'm sure she did.
Will you mash my lunch? That's hot. Sorry. Not hot in this situation because we're involving an underage person, but like, if
How
you
old is she, though?
15.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's right there, borderline Willie.
Is facing multiple charges after police say he had an ongoing sexual relationship with a 15-year-old. Police said that relationship may have started last month. Now, Hankard is a gym teacher and football coach at Atlantic High School, and it appears that he may have worked for the school for the last 2 years. According to police, Hankard also taught at Mainland High School, and before that was a football coach at Father Lopez. And we've reached out to the Volusia County Schools to get a comment and update.
Now, and I wonder about this, like, and because I've not been a part of anything like this, so I can't, comment as a guy because I'm attracted to of-age women. I mean, they can say a lot of things about me, and I'm a freak, and I had a sex tape and all this kind of deal, but I don't have the rep of being attracted to, messing around with underage people. I mean, I've done some shady stuff, but that's not on my rap, thank God. But like, if you're a teacher, Blitz at like Atlantic High, and then you're a teacher at Mainland High, and then you're a teacher over here in Volusia, does this behavior, that'd be like saying, my question is like, do you think that a priest at a Catholic school just touched one, or a Catholic church just touched one boy at one church, or when they moved him around church to church that he continued touching? And do you think that perhaps this is a behavior that he's into, and that he may have potentially have done this at the other places? I don't think this is an impulse that just happens one time.
It's in the story. There was three other girls, I guess, that came out and said that he was inappropriate to them when.
Oh, after this one came out.
Yeah, that's why they're showing where he used to work in case there's other people that.
Yeah, they came out and said like they complained about him, so and he was inappropriate, and the schools like kind of dismissed it,
like dusted out.
Yeah.
On his employment status, we're still waiting to hear back from the school system. In the meantime, Port Orange police say they are continuing to investigate. If you have any information that may be helpful.
Man, if you're a guy teacher. Like your dad, Anna, and we briefly touched on this, man. You have got to be one step ahead of that potential student or girl.
He's never in the classroom alone with any student, male or female.
Right. You just got to be one step ahead as
Doors
to
always open.
What their potential motive may be.
Yeah, my dad does not mess around with that.
And so if a student says,
hey, Mr. Hummel. You have to always assume the intention is bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like, hey, Mr. Hummel, can I meet with you after class? Sure, no problem. Let's make sure we do it right here in the door with it wide open.
No, he'll step outside if there's only one student and they want to talk or something. He'll step in front of the classroom.
Sure.
In public.
Absolutely.
He does not mess around with that. He's
no
smart.
way.
Yeah.
Because the minute that there's a girl in there.
He said, she said.
And Mr. Hummel was, 18 feet away from her and never approached her. Who's to say that? I mean, like, it's he said, she said.
Yeah, say she has a bad grade in the class. She's mad, whatever.
And he said never wins.
Yeah, and my dad also works with kids that have, some of which have behavioral issues. So, he not severely handicapped, but they got issues.
They tend to be more cunning.
Especially if you're like a decent looking guy and like some of these chicks will hit on you. And then if you turn them down and it makes them mad, they're going to complain and say, oh, he tried hitting on me.
Right.
Yeah.
To that investigation, they're asking you to contact them, and again, he may have his first appearance before a judge today. We're monitoring for that as well.
Now, this field reporter is good. I don't know who she is, but she's good.
That investigation, they're asking you to contact them, and again, he may have his first appearance before a judge today. We're monitoring for that as well.
And Anna, you never can go wrong with yellow. See, even old girl can pull off yellow.
You can certainly go wrong with yellow.
Yeah, a real big girl.
No, like even if you have like pale skin, yellow is not the color.
You can't go wrong with yellow for the most part, women. As long as you're not a hog and you have a little bit of a tan, you won't.
That's fair.
You won't go wrong with yellow.
That's
ever.
right. You're a big fan of like the yellow dress.
I think a lot of guys would agree with me on that.
Yes.
Why? Yeah. What is it about yellow that does it for you?
I don't know.
You can't articulate it?
I don't know.
It's bright, it's sunshiny.
It's
feminine.
In my little Neanderthal gorilla wired head, I like yellow.
I would think you'd like red, because red is.
I don't like red.
At least in my mind, it's more like closely related to sex and sexual stuff.
I like yellow and white.
Yellow's kind of innocent. Yeah,
Maybe
innocent.
it's because I'm so naughty that I try to trick myself into being innocent.
Well, yeah.
So I like innocent colors when really if you really do a
You're
deep dive
filthy McNasty,
and you peel this onion back, the reason why I like yellow and white is because it makes me feel less dirty when really I'm black and red, naughty.
That's what I was saying right before you said it. It's like innocent or submissive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yellow. Nothing. Listen, I'll never forget the first time that I met that Christine girl in Terre Haute, Indiana. She was my very first groupie that I got pregnant, by the way. And she had a yellow. She had a yellow sundress on with no panties when I met her.
That's not innocent at all.
That's hot.
Okay, so this is just a thing from a past experience.
Is there anybody that's going to disagree with me that a dark-haired girl...
She can't be blonde?
No, she can't be blonde.
Oh.
A dark-haired girl with a yellow sundress on, no bra, and no panties... is not and hold on.
And is already like a 9 or 10 hot.
Hold on, and already she's hot. Like she's hot.
Yeah, no S. So anything she wears is gonna look good.
She's got Jocko.
No,
she works out every day.
Christine
she's on
black
Ozempic.
hair.
Christine was a mere 16.
She's on Anavar, not too much.
She was a mere 16.
Yeah, let me look it up.
Mere 16.
She was 16.
I hope you were 16 too, buddy.
No, I was 20.
What the hell is wrong with you?
In India,
What is
that's fine.
freaking wrong with you?
Statute of limitations. She
Oh
told me
my
she was in
God.
college.
Well, I don't like underage girls.
Well, haven't I told you this story?
Run the tape back.
Yeah.
I
no.
almost said something about Gretchen, but I decided to hold my tongue. And then your dumbass reveals your own secrets 5 seconds after we're talking about a teacher that's blasting teenage kids. What's wrong with you?
Just like the podcast yesterday got away with me, got away from me. Things have been getting away from me. I think I got to show off and tell you guys too much.
I got a lot of bad things on my rap, but underage girls ain't one of them. Oh yeah, by the way, I blasted an underage girl when I was 20.
I was 19. I mean, well,
no.
I guess I was.
Hey, in Florida, that's legal.
That's legal.
I was
I'm sure
not-
it's legal
Yeah,
in
too bad
Indiana.
it was in Indiana,
It was
though.
1985. And so what was I? I was 19. I was 19 and she was 15.
Are you sure? Now she's 15. Because 4 seconds ago, she was 16.
Well,
Now she's 15.
She was 15 for a little bit of it, and then she turned 16
Bubba,
when she
this
got
is
a
when you
license.
say I'm not answering any other questions
I need
unless
my
my
lawyer.
lawyer
I
is
need my
present.
Lawyer,
I need a
man,
lawyer.
come on.
Lawyer.
What did we learn from yesterday?
Yeah, the just go 16. Indiana state law. 16.
Whatever, dude.
She was 16. She was driving.
Yeah, she
Okay.
drove. She drove
She used
there.
to show up at my house, and she said, "I just got out of class."
Are you victim
I
shaming?
was thinking that it was Indiana State, but really it was it was Terre Haute North.
Oh, that makes all the difference.
And then one Friday, she's like, "I got to go to the game tonight and cheer," and that's when I started putting 2 and 2 together. Well, hold on, the only people that cheer have football games on
Hold
Friday
on
nights
a second.
are high school cheerleaders. Indiana State, they play on Saturdays.
Yeah, Saturday during the day.
play.
Let me guess.
Indiana State plays Saturday at 1.
Did you go watch her cheer at these games?
No,
Okay.
because her mom was there.
It was Rockin' Bubba Club.
And you're
It couldn't be
blasting her
seen.
too?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't blasting her mom. Her mom doesn't even to this day know about any of it.
We should call her and tell her.
No,
Oh.
nobody know.
No, her mom's dead now.
No, she's not. I don't think her mom's dead at all.
Oh.
Bubba Mardone's over there.
I'm gonna be the one that's dead.
Yeah.
Listen, so I'm on the air one night, and
This friggin'
I
teenage
can
slut.
remember like it was nothing, and the number was 812-232-1300 was the 103 PFR front desk line. Well, Blitz, that's what like Tony Clark and the general manager and RJ, the program director, would use as the warm line after hours. So if you would see the business line ringing, we didn't have a warm line, like for,
Looks like that's still the number. Oh, it used to be the number for WSDM, WAXI, WBOW, WSDX, and WBOW FM.
Yeah.
But now it might be for the Lucas Oil Raceway in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay, perfect. So
For
anyway,
Bezo Michaels, on-air talent.
so that number rang. It's the
Yes.
It was the office line for 103 PFR. what was it? Did you know at one time, Blitz, the Oak Ridge Boys owned our radio station?
Whoa, really? The Oak Ridge Boys?
Look.
No way.
Both of them?
No, 3 of them.
Oh, all 3 of them?
Hey, Alexa, did the Oak Ridge Boys ever own a radio station in Terre Haute, Indiana?
From Wikipedia.org, folks sold WIP in 1982 to the Oak Ridge Boys Broadcasting Corporation of Indiana.
Yeah. So Blitz, while I worked there, the Oak Ridge Boys owned it, and then they sent it. Then they sold it to a Jewish man in New York.
Jewish.
Yeah, and named Stewart.
I believe it.
And he came in, and so anyway, I was the night jock, 7 to midnight.
Rockin' Bubba Clem. Fog hat into Janet Jackson nasty.
And so we were all over the road. And so we were at 643 Wabash was the studio. And Blitz, literally, like, Wabash was a pretty major avenue in Terre Haute. And the studio had a big, like, it oversaw, like, you could be walking down the sidewalk and see the on-air studio. In a lot of times people, it was kind of a neat thing. I mean, like, Anna, if you could have gone down back in the day, what was your favorite radio station growing up in San Diego?
Oh, probably 94.9, maybe.
Yeah, and if you could, while the girls were out one night, when you're driving around, go down and see the studios because they were right on the streets. You would probably want to go see what it looks like. And so there would be people all the time. I'd be on the air and there at night, and we were super close to the university. So there would be girls coming down there, and they would sometimes show us the boobs and things like that. That's not what it looks like now. They must have changed it.
That's what 643 Wabash Avenue is now in Terre Haute.
Yeah, well, hold on here. And
we can't see it, by the way.
I know. I'm looking. It looks like it's down by the Indiana. It was on the same block. Boy, it was on the same block. It looks like it used to be down. I think that's the Indiana Theater down there. I don't know. It was 643 Wabash. I know that. Things have really changed a lot.
When's the last time you were in Terre Haute?
A few years ago when
Terre Haute.
when Tyler raced.
Oh, nice.
So anyway, I'm on the air, and all of a sudden, this super hot
child
who's 16, driving a red Volkswagen Beetle, is all by herself, and is outside there looking at me being on the air.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's just 16 years old. Did you have your magic carpet? Like Benny Mardona's?
And earlier that day, like about 7:15, the business line rang. And I was like, 103 PFR business line, because that's how you're supposed to answer it. And, because our request lines, that wasn't, this was like obviously somebody that was either like a program director or Tony Clark or somebody part of the station. And so it was somebody trying to get through, or it was a client or whatever, but you had to answer it. So I'm like, yeah, she's like, and there was a girl, she goes, yeah, I want to inquire about your mobile DJ service. Well, I was in charge of the mobile DJ service, Blitz.
Okay.
And it was like 2 speakers and 2 tape decks and a mixer board and an amp and a microphone. And I would come out and do birthday parties, like 8th grade dance parties, things, weddings, and it was $75 an hour. And I had this Volkswagen, I had this Honda Accord hatchback, and I could get both speakers in the back and my amps and everything in the back seat or something, and I could literally, and I go and I make like $150 for 3 hours. That was a lot of money.
Yeah, that's nice.
So she this woman, and said, I'm thinking about having a birthday party, me and my girlfriends, and how much would it cost to have a DJ come out? And I said, well, it's $75 an hour, and we there's like 4 or 5 different DJs for you to select. We have Mike Arnett, we have Dr. What was it? What was the black guy's name? Dr. somebody, a black guy named Dr. somebody. We have Jay Ferguson, we have Scary Carrie Gray, and we have Bubba the Love Sponge. And I was
Rock and Bubba Clem.
Yeah. And we have Rock and Bubba Clem. Well, she said, "Oh, I want Bubba Clem. That's the guy I want."
Okay.
And I'm like, "Okay, well, it's $75 an hour. You want to give me your number so that I can call you back? So you know when this is going to be?" And she's like, "It's going to be like three Saturdays from now."
Okay.
And I said, "Well, I have the calendar right here. It looks like, and we'd have a calendar for the system because the station only had one system, and so if it was booked, it was booked." And it happened to be it was opened. And I go, "Well, you know what? If you want to come to the radio station and it was a $15 deposit. You had to put a $15 deposit down." I said, "If you come to the radio station or send the radio station a check for $15, you can reserve your date." And she goes, "Why don't I just come?"
But that's like 2 weeks worth of lunch money.
So she said to me, I'm not mentioning her last name, but her name is Christine. And so I said, and she goes, "Well, why don't I just come to the radio station tonight and bring you a deposit?" I'm like, "Oh, well, okay. Well, I'm here till midnight." And so sure. Okay, thanks. Bye. That's it. Hour later, here is this. I mean, you got to understand, this is 1985. And no, this is 1986. So I am 20. I'm 20 years old. It could have been early 86. If it was before April, it was. I might
Stop
be.
talking. Just please stop talking.
I think it might have been an Easter.
As not your lawyer, please stop talking.
I think it might have been an Easter.
As someone who knows nothing about the law, please stop talking.
Yeah, it's 1986, and I didn't even start till April. So yeah, I was definitely 20. She was 16.
Bubba in the window.
She was 16, and I was 20.
I can't wait till you guys get the magic carpet and start flying.
I'd have to have the kind of carpet that covered the entire gymnasium floor.
The 747 of carpets?
I'd have to have a 747 of carpets.
Leave her alone, they said.
And Benny comes right on out with what the situation is right here.
Oh, God. Oh, I thought that was the girl. Oh.
No, that's
oh,
Benny
whoa,
Mardones.
hey.
That's the guy.
Plot twist.
That's the guy that's trying to hurt the 16-year-old.
How did we ever let this fly?
On a carpet.
Including what I did.
Yeah, you guys don't know what love is,
You
man.
don't know what love is, man. I'm 35
You're trying to
years
stop
old.
him, and you guys just don't know.
That is a child. That is a child. I wasn't that guy. Hold on. Hey, Alexa, how old was Benny Mardones when he's saying she's 16?
It's Into the Night is a
From
song.
999t.com. Mardones was in his 30s when he wrote and released that song.
Yeah.
So it made some uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. I was 20. She was 16. That's
Well,
only 4 years.
fast-
Oh, I just let it go.
That's right.
Go and say if you want to send it. Oh, him flying on the carpet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was no carpet rides. There were some carpet burns, but there were no carpet rides. Where he's flying into the
about 3/4 of the way in.
Oh, it's coming.
Here we go.
There he is.
I mean, boy, the special effects they had back then. I mean, Blitz, I know that you're pretty technical, but I don't even think you could pull off something like this, could you?
There's no way.
I mean, this takes people with the skill set of pixel art to be able to do this, right?
Yeah,
Look at the hair movement too.
They required a fan.
I mean, you got to be pixel art to be able to do this.
Right. Whoa! I mean, look at that.
You can even tell there's a board underneath it.
Of course.
Mine
You
would
guys
be
just
like,
don't know what love is, man.
She was 16 and I was 20, and she wanted to rent a sound system, my friend. And then we ended up getting her pregnant. Sorry.
Her too?
He took care of it.
That was the one.
That you drove across state lines?
Yeah, that was the one that I had to go to East St. Louis, Illinois for. So she comes to the station that night and in this yellow sundress, no bra, no panties, dark hair. And I'm like, oh my, this is a rib. Like, I didn't even know what ribs were back then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is a joke. Somebody set me up, and she's like, here's my check. And I'd like to book that night and book you. And if you like if you need to get a hold of me, here's my number. Well, I was like, oh my God. I want to get a hold of you. I want to get a hold of every part of you.
Right.
So I then, this is like maybe 10 o'clock, and I had like Dr. Don was the black guy's name. Dr. Don, Jay Ferguson, Kerry Gray, R.J. Courtwright, or Bubba Clem were your selections. So then it was like 15 after 10. It was like 15 after 10, yeah. And I had like an hour left, hour and 45 minutes left or something. I was on till midnight. And she says, well, I got to go home because I have, school tomorrow.
Right.
And
high school.
Yeah. I'm thinking Indiana State, And so we talk the next day, like from like 3 o'clock when she gets out of school to like 5. You know how you just used to back in the day just talk on the phone when you liked a girl? You just literally would like lay in your bed and just like talk on the phone.
No.
Well, you weren't in the same era we were.
No, I mean like I didn't have boys calling me.
Yeah, well,
they called for physics help.
Right. Anna, what's question number 5 on the test?
Like, how do you do it? I'm like, oh, well, force equals mass times acceleration. Okay, bye.
I'm going to give you some mass and some mass. I told Christine she was getting mass and accelerated. It just wasn't anything to do with physics.
Right.
So we talk all day. Well, like this was like a Tuesday. I talk on Wednesday. We talk on Thursday. So Friday, Blitz, she's like, listen, when you get off the air, I can stay out later on Fridays. I mean, all the indicators were there. I can stay out later on Fridays, so how about I come to the station about midnight, and then we go hang out? I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah.
God, she's really throwing it out there.
Oh, she was
making it so easy for
Anna,
you.
She was like my first groupie.
That's amazing.
But probably out all of the hottest ever.
Really?
My first one might be the hottest ever.
Sure was
yeah.
I wouldn't say the youngest, but.
Yeah, she was the youngest of all time. I mean, I never went younger than 16, and I was only 20 at the time. It's a 4-year difference. Big deal. It's not that big a deal. You guys are trying to bury me.
I'm not saying a word, homie.
So
just agree and move on.
So I have a little nicer car than her. I have a Honda Accord hatchback or something.
I love hatchbacks.
What color?
Teal green.
Oh,
ew!
Yeah.
I mean, that's hot.
Metallic teal green blue kind of deal.
You trash.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was nice though.
Sure was.
Little 5-speed.
Nicer than the 16-year-old's car, but anyway.
She had like a
proceed.
She had like a 76 Beetle, and like an old Beetle. And so she gets in my car, and we go driving around. And the big thing to do back then was to cruise Wabash Avenue. You know what, Blitz? I take that back. It was 643 Ohio Street.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. God, I am getting old.
Yeah,
it was
are.
643 Ohio Street.
Oh, okay. Now it makes all sense.
Because, yes, Blitz, that's exactly what I had. Blitz, that is like almost identical to my car.
That's the F-mobile.
Less the fact that I smashed into a pole and I had a big dent right here. I
think it's sweet.
Oh, that's what I had. I didn't have the luggage racks.
I think it's minted. I mean color.
And that's what I had. That's exactly what I had.
Wow.
4-speed or 5-speed.
Nice.
So we got an ad.
Man, you were big pimping.
Oh, hell yes, I was pimping like a bitch. Hell yeah.
All right, so then did you bang this underage chick in this car?
No. So
okay.
643 Ohio, Blitz. That's where the station was. So we get in my car and we start driving up and down Wabash Avenue, and she's like seeing some of her friends, and like she instantaneously makes me
on the street.
Yeah, well, because some of her girlfriends are out. That's what
they're out walking the street.
No, they're cruising.
Oh,
they're in cars with boys.
Oh, okay. So you bring your mans and you drive down the street.
Well, yeah, like
Wow, what?
Let me. What is
what
this?
A time to be alive.
Yes, right here. This is. Can I click on the map and it makes it?
Yeah.
Blitz, right here, this window here.
It has a fender thing in there.
Wow,
So.
look at that.
This was the front door to the station.
Uh-huh.
And then these two windows. This window right here, Blitz, was like the automated AM station they had.
Okay.
And then this whole area right here was the radio station, Anna, and we sat like you could see us.
No way.
I thought that was a Fender logo. It's Ray-Ban glasses.
Yeah, it's a glasses place. And so, Anna, the board was right against this wall, and so we sat right here, and so people could, Now, she parked back in this parking lot.
In this
back
alley,
there.
this dirty
Yeah, that's
slut.
where she parked.
I mean, child.
Now, this never used to be handicapped, but we used to park. I would park right. Well, at Blitz, there was no. Back in 1986, handicaps didn't have.
They weren't
around. Yeah, they
so
weren't.
Blitz,
Handicapped people weren't a
I
thing.
literally parked my car right here at night, so you could see your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she had nowhere to park, or she could have parked back here, but instead, this is like an old AT&T communication building. She pulled back there into that back alley.
Mm-hmm. So where's the first place you blasted her?
So we go and we drive and we're cruising, and I have my own apartment at that point off of 3rd Avenue.
Okay.
And I wish I could remember that. I wish I could remember the address, but it was
okay.
it was a dump. And back in the days, us guys a lot of times would just put a mattress on the floor.
Right.
Like, And so I had a mattress on the floor with a window unit. That's when the Mary Fox girl lived with me.
Oh yeah, that
the hot one that I had no chance with. That was of age.
Didn't you blast someone on a mattress and it was really bad and
yeah, the hippie
she was
chick.
smelly?
The hippie chick.
I knew I remembered something like that.
But that was after.
Okay, I'm not trying to
this
squirrel
one.
you.
And she's 21.
And that was on Oaks.
Oh, that's boring.
That was on Oak Street.
Okay.
So me and Christine, the first night, end up back at my place.
Yeah.
And we're watching MTV.
Nice.
And we just start making out.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, I'm blasting her.
Right.
And then it got to be we blasted we were
blast buddies.
Well, we were boyfriend and girlfriend kind of deal.
In your mind, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, what do you mean my mind? She would, Anna, here's was the
So you
regiment.
blast her on the first night, and then you're just like, I got to show my girlfriend.
And when you're 20 years old, you can blast like 6 times a day.
Right.
Yeah.
And so literally, I didn't have to be at work, Anna, until 6 p.m.
Okay, so you had all day.
So she would come in the morning to my apartment like at 7 o'clock.
Right, before
go
school.
there too.
She would blast me before school.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just straight. She would literally come in, wake me up, jump in bed, get naked, blast, take a shower, go to school. Then I'd screw around all day, go to the gym, go whatever, do whatever. Because Blitz, I didn't have a lot of responsibilities at the radio station. I just had to do production for an hour when I got there, like commercials.
Yeah.
And so there was no reason to hang out at the radio station. Plus, I didn't like the people of the day. All the daytime people were. The station had a whole different vibe at night.
They're gross.
Well, it's just like when I was at the Power Pig. Like I didn't go there and hang out during the day. I had my whole party going on at night. It was super strict here at PFR. Like I wasn't allowed to have visitors or anything.
Yeah.
So then Anna at 3:30 she would come back. And blast me for a couple hours. Then I would take a shower, and she'd go back home, and that was our routine for about 6 months.
Wow.
And
then she got pregnant.
How
did she tell you?
She had one of these late night stoppages at the radio station deal. She never came by the station except on Fridays.
Did you ever DJ her party that she dropped off a check for?
No, she didn't. There never was a party.
Oh, it was just a ruse to get you into bed with her.
There never was a party.
Wow.
How dare she?
Yeah.
Say she made 15 on the deal, though.
Yeah, she never got a deposit back, did she?
Oh, she got a deposit, okay.
Oh, my God. That she had to go take care of in a different state.
Clem deposit.
Okay.
So she, every Friday night, our thing would
Daddy,
be,
I'm pregnant.
we would talk all week, and we would see each other twice a day.
So you actually liked her?
No, I liked her a lot.
Like she was a cool chick?
Super. Kind of reminds you of very similar to the Merch Crick.
When was the last time you looked her up?
I don't want to get into all that. Because I don't want to disclose who she is.
No. I'm just asking you. When was the last time you've looked her up?
It was like maybe back in maybe 98 Rock days.
Oh, you haven't nothing recent at all?
No, I heard she went on to be actually she went on to marry like a big time pilot in the Navy.
Huh.
Has like 3 or 4 kids and told me to please don't get a hold of me. Like stop.
Oh, okay.
I've had several of those.
Oh.
And so, God, am I even on the air right now? Because I'm saying stuff I shouldn't be saying. I don't think.
Yeah,
too late for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm running late too.
Kind of hard to dump 40 minutes of radio.
Should I go into words and close out the story, or should I just close out the story and go into words and not speak another mention of this? Like, where are we going with this?
I mean,
there is
you gotta finish the story.
There is a second half to this.
What?
No, I mean, I got her pregnant, and
Did you keep dating and blasting after the situation?
The smortion?
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
I'm gonna pee. I'll be back in 8 minutes.
But wasn't there all that time when you were making a bunch of money from some Kuwaitis?
What?
Bubba was cutting up audio for some Kuwaiti kids at Terre Haute.
What the fuck? You're working with the enemy?
You need to bring that up. Yes, I did. I was making a ton of money.
Man,
And had fake Rolex. Let me ask me about that, okay? I'm gonna do a better help just to get it done with.
All right.
That way we're done. Make sure I get that Gator Nationals.
Will do. What's up, big laundry?
And then maybe. Okay, that's good.
Let's see here. Birthmark Willie, 45 months, beef fennel, 31 months. What you got, organic gene? What you got? What you got? Yeah. Rolling hardiness.
Oh my God, Will's got a great idea.
38 months. T-shirt, Will?
Yeah.
Morning Skizzer. Morning Fin 202R. Look Mama Drone. 4 months. 2843 Jason. Thank you, Dark Knight Steve. And I would fly on your magic carpet. Where's the magic carpet? Something else. Good morning, Dr. Dan's Blue Onion Maker. I just got longer hair than me. Is that what it is, Benny W? DDP for life, 23 months. Good morning. We're all over Cotty Cause. Did you? Oh, yeah. Okay, Doug Punch. Little much.
How's your PB?
Little much. Mr. Grimm, 1911. If I could find you.
Paul so hard, motherfuckers trying to find me. Motherfuckers trying to find me.
What's up, little over Dr. Bird? You know it.
Ain't
Just
nothing
pimping out.
to it but to do it. Dr. James with Money Maker. Thank you, DDP for life, for making moves.
I'm tired. What's up, my clothes, my pants? Good morning, A Hundo.
Are you excited for this weekend?
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. Nervous, excited, right?
Nervous.
Okay.
What's up, Nick of R2B2? Good morning.
Nervous.
He's nervous, folks. He's nervous. He's a nervous Willie.
It's so bad.
Nervous Willie.
Oh, the new party.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The
hype train is close, motherfuckers.
All right, minute 13 left.
He's nervous for his big race this weekend. Hello.
Yeah, he's gonna kick ass and take names. Henry Harley Hamby, 10 months. It's K. The Bubba Army, 61 months. Got the hype train going with the 1 minute left. Lummies, full horsepower, 28 months. What goes on? 100 bits, 42 seconds, which we're 30 seconds delayed. So, Lummies, full horsepower. Good morning. Have a mic, 300 bits. Level 3.
We're at a
Hype train.
We're on a hype train?
Hype train right now, level 3. Dude. Really just, well, we gotta, luckily we got a better help.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. This show, the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, is sponsored by BetterHelp. That's BetterHelp,
BetterHelp.com/BTLS.
Working with a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of you. Because when you feel empowered, you're more prepared to take on whatever life may throw you. I wish I had therapy back in the day. Trust me, I could use it. If you're thinking about giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is an unbelievable and probably your best option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. You don't got the vibe going with the current therapist? Get a new one. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there with just simply go to BetterHelp.com/BTLS. That'll get you 10% off the BTLS kicker your first month. That's BETTER, BetterHelp,
HELP.com/BTLS.
Thank you. Now,
Donkey Teeth BTLS, Donkey Teeth Bites, gifted 10 subs.
Is Donkey Teeth Bites, Nikki Peeled with the hottest wife. Oh my God, she's so hot. $100. He's getting ready for Barb.
Hall of Famer, Shipping Business Services, Kenny Priz, 1,000 bits.
Thank you, Kenny Priz.
Level 4.
And, we're in a hype train right now.
We're in a hype train right now.
I completely forgot.
Oh, boy.
And I gave you like a minute and a half lead time on the endorsement. So we're at
level 4. We're on that 30-second delay.
You always have an excuse. This might be one, Lummy. We're 2 minutes. Right now, we're 2 minutes from when we opened up the network. So you've had 2 minutes to mess around here.
Let me say it. Where we at?
We're at level 6. Complete.
What does that mean?
Hype train complete.
Man, you're.
My computer is as slow as my brain.
Uh-oh.
I'm
really
10
slow.
seconds.
That should be a drop.
I'm 10 seconds behind Blitz.
I think you're 10
minutes
seconds behind in life.
Yes, I am, and so is my computer. Hype train complete.
Thank you very much, everybody. Have it a great month, and we'll we will put an exclamation point on the month next Friday, a week from this Friday, with Bubba 199 and the debut of Anna Hummel. We don't know what her DJ name is. She wants to go with Hum Sauce or something stupid, but we're going to try to think about something. It could just be DJ Anna Hummel the very first time if we don't find something that's really, that really great. Oh. Well, I think DJ Anna Hummel is better than DJ Hum Sauce, to be honest with you.
Really?
DJ Hum Sauce? Like, it might make you laugh, but it sounds stupid to me.
Okay.
I mean, did you think of that?
Yeah, I thought about it. I think it's dumb, but I don't know. Just going by your name, that seems not the move.
Well, anyway, she'll be on the 1s and 2s with a hand cam and everything. Me and Blitz are going to build a pretty kick-ass set, so it doesn't look like a job. Hopefully she can come through. Hopefully your music is as good as the set that we built for you.
Yeah, me too. I'm getting a little nervous about it. Before I was like, okay, it's gonna be chill. Now there's quite a lot of pressure.
Yeah, there is.
To perform.
T-shirt Will said, I couldn't hear a show of all of Bubba's exes. Where are they now? Like a show about all my exes. I don't know if you could even get them to come in or pay them to be on. You'd have to pay some of them. I don't even know of any of them that would go on, to be honest with you. There's been, okay, if you look at my
Dr. Chris 79 2,000 bits.
My first girlfriend was Nikki D. In Warsaw. Larry Plummer's familiar with that one. That was about the only girl I really dated in high school, and it wasn't even that long. And then I went right to the Christine girl that we're talking about right now in Terre Haute. And then there was the Gretchen situation, Anna, that you're familiar with, that we were dating, but we kind of were not dating. We just kind of slept together once.
Right. And then...
No, we didn't even do that, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what I can say there.
Nothing.
Probably nothing.
Okay.
Probably don't talk.
Then after Christine, which I have to close out that abortion story. After Christine, I had her big time and end up marrying Jill.
I thought there was a Christine big boobs that rock.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And you forgot Nikki Daughtry.
No, Nikki D was the very first one.
Oh, sorry.
And then it went into Gretchen.
What about the chick you farted on?
Candy.
Blitz, that's I don't. I'm not. I'm
that
talking
was just
about
during a little beach.
Oh, okay.
That was just that was a groupie that we met at Quarter Beer Night that wanted to give oral to her favorite radio personality.
And you farted while she was doing it.
And I figured I might as well get Jeff Bird some too because he didn't get it. Poor little thing.
You farted on him too?
No, I farted on her.
Oh.
And Jeff
Did
Bird
she seem
goes,
to mind?
"Oh my God, Thick! I can't believe you farted in that girl's face when she was doing you a favor."
Did you date Penny Proctor?
No, that wasn't really a date. No.
Did she? What happened when you farted? Did she just?
She just didn't miss. She didn't miss a beat.
Nice. That's the way to do it.
She was like,
the show must go on.
She was gobbling it down like it was a Golden Corral buffet.
Oh man.
She knew her job.
Yeah, she was trying to breathe through her nose, and then you farted on her.
She was getting free Henry Lee Summer tickets, man. She knew she had some work to do.
Right.
The machine ad 1,000 bits.
So Nikki D was like the high school girl. Then I don't know if Gretchen or Christine was. I don't know the order of Terre Haute-ness, but that's the Terre Haute situation. Christine was the 16-year-old that I got pregnant.
Right.
Then there was another after Christine, which I have to close that story out. But if you just go chronologically, then I met another girl named Christine Lummy that I really, really liked.
Big boobs that rock.
And she went to Eastern Illinois, but she was playing me. She really didn't like me, but I liked her, but she didn't like me. And then, hold on, then she resurfaces years later and falls in love with me in Orlando, and I have to file a restraining order on her.
This bitch.
Oh yeah, this is crazy. You don't even know about that. So we go Nikki D high school, Christine Gretchen Terre Haute. Then Christine E is in Terre Haute, but it's about when on my latter part of Terre Haute, Lummy.
Gotcha.
Christine E disappears. I hook up with Jill. I married Jill October 28th of 1988. Okay. Then Becky from Grand Rapids while I was still married to Jill, I fell in love with Becky from Grand Rapids. And then Jill found out, because remember I wrote that letter, Lummy, and she put it all together?
Yeah.
Then it was, then after that, I was in San Antonio, Chicago. I dated that girl that I brought to my,
Andrea?
Yeah, Andrea. I'm not going to say her name.
Yeah.
I forgot to put her in there. Yeah, that would be after and before Holly. Andrea. Yeah, from Chicago.
Yeah.
And then I went to Philly. I didn't do well in Philly. And then I went to Orlando and I met Holly. And I was with Holly for the longest time. And then Holly caught me with the other Becky.
Right.
But when I was in Orlando and before I met Holly, Christine E. heard me on the radio, Lummy, and calls me and says, "Is this Bubba the Love Sponge that used to be at 103 PFR?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, she's like, "This is Christine," her last name.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I live in Orlando now selling medical kind of stuff." And I just got into Orlando and I was like, "Well," so we kind of started dating again.
Wow.
And then she like really fell in love, like, and I just started
How could
getting,
you not?
well, and Blitz, it all goes with how popular you are on the radio. When you're when you're super, like in Philly, I wasn't very popular on the radio, so you didn't get any girls.
Mm-hmm.
But in Orlando,
So
man,
you're saying
I was
like women kind of chase fame?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Of course. Yeah. Absolutely. We all do. We all chase fame. I mean, Blitz, if you could blast, Ariana, would you not?
Who?
Ariana Grande?
Ariana Grande.
Probably not.
Oh, yeah, whatever. But anyway, you probably
Jessica Simpson.
Whatever. Not in today's world, or
She actually looks good.
I don't. Yeah.
So anyway, I meet up back with her. We're kind of hanging out. We're living together for a little bit, and she then starts going completely love story.
Ugh.
She wants to buy these cats together, and I am Blitz really starting to get some traction in Orlando, and I got all these groupies showing up at the radio station, and like I'm slaying it on the side, but she's like Johnny PI kind of deal where she's like, "I want to come to the radio station every night and drive home with you," and I'm like, I got
chicks, man.
I got
me
girls. I got girls.
You told her this?
Well, I just said, "Listen, no, that's my job." And she's like, "Yeah, but I know you don't got gigs every night, but sometimes you don't get home till 1 a.m. I'm like, "I'm hanging out with my boys. We're having at the station." She's like, "Well, why don't you want to hang out with me?" I'm like, "Well, because I got hot.
I'm famous.
I'm famous, and I got hot chicks that are well hotter than you. Used to be good enough for Terre Haute, but you can't cut Orlando, girlfriend.
Right.
You are a Terre Haute 9. You're an Orlando 6.
Hope you told
I'm
her
dealing,
that.
and
You
I'm
were great when we first got here. When I first got here, but now that I've seen the scenery,
Yeah, now that I got
scram.
hell.
You ugly bitch.
So then I meet Holly, and Holly
Was the
is
only blonde to enter your life
ever, and she literally. And so this would be 1990, 90. This would be 1990, Lummy.
Yes.
So how old does that make me?
35, 25, 25.
How old?
What were you,
God, you're
55?
stupid.
1955,
I was
1990?
born in 66. you
Oh,
dildo.
66.
So
That's a lot of math.
you do the math.
34.
So, Bubba, you were like
34.
12.
I'm not 30. I wasn't 34.
You were 12.
I was not in
1990, you were 24.
I was 24. You
yeah,
dumbass. God, I'm
Stupid. God.
stupid. I should throw you. You know what? I should
kick
throw
in
you off the
balls.
show for being stupid today. Extra stupid. Did you take stupid pills?
That was my stupidest point today. I bet up a lot of other good points.
We still got
sometimes
2
I have
hours
a
to go.
mind slap.
So anyway, listen. So, Christine E, she's like really smothering me, and then they do this big thing in the paper. The newest guy on Orlando radio, shocking at night, and I was just killing it. So I meet Holly, and she literally was still a senior in high school, but she was 18, and I was like, oh my God, does it get any better than this?
And she was a
blonde.
groupie, like
Yeah, and she had these. She was blonde with these nice natural
blonde or
natural blonde with natural jugs.
Wow.
Yeah, but the best.
I believe it.
I was with Holly, from 1990. I was with her for 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I was with others too. She didn't know, but I'm just saying.
I think she did know. She knew.
So I go to Orlando. I meet Holly, and then
When did your weight start to really go up?
in Tampa.
Like when you met Holly, is that when you kind of just phoned it in?
No, when I got to Tampa and just had like 10 pizza joints that wanted to give.
That's really okay. That was your demise. Was
Right.
the free food?
Thanks, Tom.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is. Tommy.
So then, while I'm in Tampa, I meet the other Rebecca.
Right. And she's a freak,
And she's a
nasty, that lives in
freak.
Pinellas Park.
Yeah, no. Her dad was a multi-millionaire, and she had a unbelievable 4-bedroom house right on Clearwater Beach on the
my
water.
mistake.
On the water.
And you met her because she was also a groupie.
Yeah.
And she was she hotter than Holly?
Yes.
Okay.
And better in bed.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
But Becky was always trying to get me to leave Holly, and I wouldn't.
You mean Holly was trying to get you to
No.
leave? Oh, Becky was trying to
was always trying to get me to
Rebecca.
leave
Okay,
Holly, and
right.
I never would.
Why?
Because I really loved Holly, and
Because she was a down ass chick.
She was a down.
She was wiping your booty.
And you gotta understand,
tush.
Holly was such a cool chick. She reminds me a lot of the Merch Crick. Like when I got fired from Orlando and had to move to Chicago, I just left, and she packed up everything and got the movers and moved us all into Chicago.
She moved to Chicago with you.
Yeah. And then when I got fired from Chicago, man, I just went to Milwaukee. I drove up there and started the next day. She arranged all the movers, packed us all up. And then when I got fired from Milwaukee, I just drove to Tampa, stopped in Terre Haute and borrowed $3,000 from Denzel because I had no money.
Right.
And she loaded up everything and packed us up and got us in.
Have you ever moved yourself?
Shut up, Blitz. Pimps don't move themselves.
Okay.
Regardless of just shut up. I get tired of the negative. So anyway, I'm with Holly here in Tampa.
Yeah, so she's a down ass chick.
She's a down ass chick. She's moved
And
me
so
from
you spoil her.
Met her in Orlando, Chicago, Milwaukee, Tampa. She does all the moves. She's the best. She's got a job. She's a nurse. She's hot, but I'm just enamored with this real freaky chick named Becky.
Wouldn't she run by your house too?
Yeah, but Rebecca then became so obsessed with me because I wouldn't leave Holly that she would go jogging in my neighborhood to spy on me, and I'd be leaving for work, and I'd see Rebecca. I'd be like, "What in the hell are you doing? Just jogging?" I go, "You live 45 minutes from here, and you just don't jog in some random Palm Harbor neighborhood when you live in Clearwater. You're spying on me."
And what'd she
bitch.
say?
Yeah, but you'll never leave her. And I'm like, I'm gonna leave her. Just give me
And
some time.
That neighborhood in Palm Harbor wasn't one you just go running in either.
Yeah. So then, after all that, then Becky and I break up. Holly, that's when Holly puts a tape recorder underneath my car and hears me talking, naughty to Becky.
Right.
And so Holly cleans everything out. She ends up with my number one fan, Brian Steele. That's who she ended up with.
I
Right.
remember.
Beanie
And they're
Babies
still
started.
together?
I think they're still together selling Beanie Babies at the Oldsmar Flea
Well,
Market.
God bless them.
And so then I hook up briefly with that Bucks cheerleader, Crystal. Remember Crystal?
Yeah.
But
She hot?
Real hot. But
Dark hair.
as soon as she got, I bought her brand new Diacos, and then she dumped me.
So she was using you think?
Yeah, like a lot of them have. And so then I dated a couple more, which I can't remember. One of them worked at my nightclub. I forget her name, but she was pretty hot. And then I started dating Tyler's mom, Jenna.
Mm-hmm.
And then we broke up, and I dated a couple others here and there. And then I hooked up with Heather, and then we got married, and then divorced, brother. And then Nikki, and then the Merch Crick. So that's been.
Besides the Merch Crick, who would you say was your favorite? Fan favorite? And I know that a lot of things went wrong in all of them, but I'm just saying.
So you got Nikki D, you got Gretchen, you got Christina, you got Christina E, you got Jill, you got Becky 1, you got Andrea, you got Holly, you got Becky 2, you got Crystal, you got Jenna, you got Heather, you got Nikki, and you got the Crick.
Yeah, and besides the Merch Crick, because she's number one. Besides that, who would you say was your fan favorite? I don't want
to say.
Okay, so
Can I?
Gretchen.
No. You can text it to me.
Oh, this is an easy one.
Yeah, I think I know what it is too.
You can text it to me.
You want me to right now?
Yeah, everybody text it to me.
Okay.
Hold on. And I think we're running very late. And I've closed. Well, I didn't close out the actual getting an abortion story.
Yeah. I mean, we all know how that ends,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I drove. Yeah, I mean, I got it. We got one.
And then you also wasn't that when you taught the Kuwaitis and made a ton of money? And from you were teaching or
Blitz,
something
only you
student?
would know that name. God bless
Am I
you.
right?
Yeah.
Was I right?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You were right, but she had a different name that only Blitz knew.
Oh. But I've got the person right.
Yeah. Yes, Lummy, I did shake down a bunch of Kuwaitis, and I was in the people don't realize I was in the selling fake Rolex business too.
Oh,
really?
You know what, Bubba? I believe it.
I did.
This was in the late 80s?
From these
Too bad you didn't know
Kuwaitis.
Dr. Dan back then.
From these Kuwaitis.
He's rich.
From these Kuwaitis. I was in. Oh God, let me get up to speed. I'll close out all of that. You guys can predict who you think my my favorite. Oh, there's Blitz. There's one more, the Jacksonville one.
Yep.
And we'll just call that Jacksonville. That would be between.
She was cool.
Between Jenna and Heather was Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be a close second to my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna pick as your next favorite. Was the Jayville girl.
We'll close all this nonsense out next, okay?
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Good question. Morning, HS Bow Van 69. Thank you for the email. Those both go up today. I'll get them more on a daily basis. Cracker Career 79, 49 months. I think that was one of the ones he was saying, Charlie, that he wasn't given the name for.
What's up? What's up? Oh, that was a good one. Oh, so good.
Good morning, Jimmy Jam. Good morning, Susan Fortress. Hall of Famer Iggy.
I'm looking at chat for you guys. I'm looking at chat.
Good morning, Portobello.
I'm gonna write all these down in order. So let me see. I'm not looking at chat right now, so don't do nothing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Chocolate, we talked about it on the podcast. You're not talking about Chixie Banged, you're talking about Chixie Dated. Good morning, Jimmy. Fin 202R. What you got? DDP for life.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just writing all these names.
Alright.
Good morning. Haha. Not commenting, no comment.
Chocolate, I'd have to say there's probably a lot of other ones. Like Daddy.
Trattoria.
Argiana is 13, 22 months.
All right, I got them all written down.
Balls, Rana.
Now I'll look at chat.
Instar, 28 months.
As to what you think. My top. I should do my top 5.
What's up, big buck? Well, back in Warsaw, was there a Chris A?
Yeah, but she didn't count.
Okay. Delete. Delete.
Delete, delete, delete.
What was the chick that broke your back at the REO Speedwagon concert?
Break your back.
That was just a girl I went out with one time.
Because she broke your back?
Yeah.
She broke your back.
Instar.
Love the bird, bird.
Ever went to Tippy?
The bird.
Then Taylor Hope. South Tampa.
Alright, I'm looking. Hi, Lovey.
Yeah, I think so, Iggy.
Iggy, you're right on that.
Not number 1, not number 2, because she sucked.
Not
She
even.
was no fun, and she was rude. We don't like her. Yep.
No Jimmy Jams, no way.
When you gotta say, nope. You just gotta say,
Seconds.
come on, give me some like good DJ names. You guys are just being like freaking rude.
I got 16 of them.
Oh, shit.
Trying to think.
Good morning, Big E 7375.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. I think I put the Fetch app up on our Facebook today. Go grab that. I get like 4,000 points. You get like 2,000 points the first time when you sign up and you do you snap or take a picture of your first receipt. Everything from the grocery store to gasoline to prescriptions to your power bill to whatever. You at least get 25 points for everything that you snap. It's Fetch. It's the Fetch app. Go any place that you get your apps. It's a free app. It's FETCH. Lummy, you use Fetch, do you not?
Yes, I do.
And you get points for just things that you buy. Get a receipt for everything and take a picture. You literally take a picture of your receipt. That's it. And as long as it's less than 14 days old, after 14 days they won't take it. So if you just actively, every time you go to the gas pump or every time you go to the grocery store, or even on I fetched our $127 lunch that day. And so fetch it up and use my code, which I think is Umbrella Hawaii 27AA. Go to our Facebook page, The Bubba Army, and you can download it or whatever. And when you're signing up for it, use Umbrella UH27AA. I'll get some points out of that deal, and so are you. Now, Lummy, were we gonna close out the Christine deal, or we had already closed that out in a prior show, or what were we going to do?
Well, we closed it out a prior show, but you said you were going to close it out here. Plus, talk about how you used to get some Kuwaiti cash.
Oh my,
your fake Rolex.
Yeah. So
cutting tapes.
Couple things here. I have written all the girls, the women that I've had like a relationship with, and I think there's 16 of them. In Blitz, we forgot one. The Jacksonville, I had 2. I had a blonde, and then I had Hey Babe, the blonde. Remember?
Yes.
So the brunette are the ones that you have pictures of that you can continually hold over my head.
Correct.
And
I actually looked through some paperwork a few days ago and did not find it.
And then the blonde. Did you ever meet Hey Babe?
Yes.
Yeah. So I had 2 in Jacksonville. We'll just call Blitz, we'll call it Jack's brunette and Jack's blonde.
Gotcha.
So it starts out. Let me. This is just for all intents of accounting purposes.
Yes.
Hear it. Nikki D, Gretchen, Christine 1, Christine E, Jill, Becky, Andrea, Holly, Becky 2, Crystal, Jenna, Jack's brunette, Jack's blonde, Heather, Nikki, Erica. There you go. That's all of them. I do have I did write a top 5 down.
Oh, nice.
I did write a top 5 down.
Based on all over,
just based on
everything.
How attractiveness, how good they were to me, just
freakiness.
How good in bed how good in bed had a lot to do with it.
I bet it did.
And, don't forget Holly wiped my ass, for a couple years.
Yeah, you should get a few points for that.
Did she play story time?
She's 4. She did. She's 4. Holly comes in at a strong 4.
Good for her.
Yeah.
She did it.
So, Lummy, I go to Indiana State, and I'm in radio. I'm working at 103 PFR.
Rocking Bubba Clem.
And I'm rocking Bubba Clem. And at least, Blitz, I know how to edit. We have a 2-track there, and I'd have to do commercials. And, they taught me, Carrie Gray taught me how to use a China marker and cut out things. And then just taught me how to do, standard, editing.
Sure.
Razor blade splicing is basically what it was. And you'd cut a commercial, and if you messed up on it, you just kept rolling, and then you would just cut that part out.
Mm-hmm.
And so I knew how to do that. And then on a separate machine, you'd roll your soundtrack in there. And then you'd mix it on a recording, recording cart or something like that.
Right.
And so I took, because I was doing horribly in school, and not that I wanted to go and be a radio guy at WISU, because most people took radio courses in college so that you could get on the college radio station.
Mm.
So you had to had like a year and you had to have 2 years, 4 semesters of specific radio courses in order to get like an hour, on a Saturday night from, and you could play, I think WISU was like jazz at the time. So you had to follow the format, but you could, just do the formatics of radio. It would be like, 88.5 WISU. That was Kenichi, cloudy skies today, and low today, 65, high tonight, blah, 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 on Wabash Valley's college, whatever. And then they'd have some black guys come in there, Blitz, and they have rap hour. Be like, yeah, it was just, it was college radio.
Sure.
Well, I never needed to be on college radio because I was already in commercial radio. I was already the night guy on 103 PFR. And so, why do I need to go do college radio?
Exactly.
So I walked into this, this radio 101 course, the man. I walked in oh my God, you're the night guy on 103 PFR. Well, I did it because I knew I'd get an A immediately, and I needed to get my grades up because my grades were horrible.
What?
Yeah. And so I was I already chose I already knew what I was only going to college because my parents were making me go.
Right.
I knew I was going to be I knew I was going to be a famous rock star.
Yes.
A radio. I knew I was going to be. I knew that someday I might be a candidate for the Radio Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Was the instructor at that class Dave Sabini?
Yes, it was. And Dave Sabini was on the take. So he takes me aside, third day of the class. Dave Sabini takes me aside, who's now dead. He died of cancer, but he was a great guy. He really was, and he was the head of the entire department. He takes me aside. He goes, "Hey, why are you you're rocking Bubba Clem from 103 PFR, aren't you?" I go, "Yep." And he goes, "Well, why are you taking this course? Like this is, this semester the only thing we're gonna learn is how to splice tape together." Like, I know, I'm going to get an A in it. He's like, "Oh, okay, I got you." So he goes, "Well, how would you like to teach that, teach the course, and I'll give you an A without even having to do the work." I'm like, yeah, okay.
My language.
No, no, because he Blitz, he would rather stay back in his office, and I'd be like, "Okay,
Sure.
here's a Studer 2-track, guys." I would literally have me the lesson plan where people would go in there and they would say like a script, and there would be a deliberate mess up in that script, and then you would have to cut the mess up out, and so I'd have to teach them how to do that. So I taught them how to do that and how to overdub some things and what a 2-track compared to a 4-track was. They actually had some they actually had nicer equipment at the university than we did at the commercial station. Because they had more money. They were state funded. So I taught the course. Well, there was these Kuwaiti guys, these guys from Kuwaiti, and they're like, "Hey, Bubba." I think they were.
Yeah, they're from Kuwaiti.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, Kuwaiti.
They were from. That's.
Yep.
So Dave Sabini calls me in his office, and he said, "Hey, has the Kuwaiti guys made contact with you yet?" I go, "Those," and I did say this. Those brown skin guys in the back.
I'm sure those are the words you used.
I did.
Oh.
And he goes, "Yeah." I go, "They don't do anything." I said, they're 2 projects behind. They can't quite understand how to do this, splicing thing. I sat down with one of them for 15 minutes and did, his project for him to show him how to do that. And he goes, "Well, that's what brought me." If you will do their project, they import these fake Rolexes in, and Dave Sabini had one on his hand. He goes, "Look," and I'm like, "Wow!" And Blitz, it was the kind that didn't. The first thing you looked at back then, I'm talking circa 1986, was whether it ticked or not, and if it was a smooth motion, then that was the first way they got you on a fake Rolex.
Absolutely.
So, like, if you'd be in a bar and you told a bitch you had a Rolex, first thing she was going to look for is whether it ticked or not. And if it ticked, you're like, "Get that out of here," because Rolexes have a smooth motion.
Yes.
And their fakes were so good, Blitz, that they actually had this smooth motion, and they actually had like the Rolex backplate. So these were like $200 fakes,
Yeah.
And so, like, unless you were a jeweler or they took it off, you really couldn't. Listen, in Terre Haute, Indiana, those things were those were Rolexes. In Terre Haute, Indiana. So they come to me. There was 2 of them. And they come to me, and they didn't want to cut the deal with me. They had Sabini cut the deal with me. And so for every project every splicing and overdub and editing and all the things, I think there were 4 total projects. They would give me a Rolex watch. Well, I only needed 1. So that gave me 3. And they were selling them for like $100 to $125 for a roll, So they gave me 3 Rolex watches, and I finished all their projects for them. And so the one guy then figures out he didn't know that I was actually on the radio. Like, he didn't know that, he could turn on 102.7 at night, and that was me. Anna, there's a little bit of a, barrier there.
Yeah.
He didn't quite put 2 and 2 together that the guy that just spliced his tape together, that he gave 3 Rolexes, is rocking Bubba Clem on the radio at night. He didn't know that. But when he found that out, then he comes to me and he says, "I can't imitate I could probably try to imitate a Kuwaiti guy, but something to do like, you are the guy on the radio, are you?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, I will give you $100 if you say hi and that I love my girl." He was dating this girl.
Sounds like Tarek.
Yeah. He was dating this girl, and this guy had so much money. You don't understand, Anna.
Like oil money?
Yeah, like he had a new Benz back in '86. He had an '85 Benz in '86.
Hell yeah.
And so, this guy's and all the girls were after him. So he would give me $100 if I would go on and like mention his name or his girlfriend or something like that. And that's how I kind of got in bed with the Kuwaitis.
Nice.
And so I think we closed out the Christine story, right, Lemmy? And then Dave Sabini, I didn't take any more courses because there were no more courses to take.
You only taught one?
I taught one. I was like, there's nothing. I mean, I don't want to be on the air here.
So you were Professor Clem then?
No, I was like just Bubba Clem, and Dave Sabini was in his office inside the classroom. He just didn't have to teach this class. He let me teach it instead. So, Lummy, we have a new parody.
Sure do.
By
Blitz's favorite, Carlos Mandingo III.
Word has been sent to me to Carlos that he moved, and that's why he's been so kind of not really getting the amount of the volume, if you will. But he has a bunch in the hopper that he's working on.
Sweet.
And he's got his studios and stuff set back up, so we should get some more volume out of
gold like this one
out of Carlos Mandingo. Don't besmirch the great songwriter,
you haven't
parody
heard it?
songwriter of the year.
You're right. I have not heard it.
Right.
So I have no idea.
You need to take it back. I'm going
I
to
called it gold. What are you talking about?
Well, you said it gold in a blitz condescending most negative man in the history of the free living world.
Let's listen to it first, then we'll make
You
the
could
call.
have said platinum.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You automatically goaded him.
Okay.
What if this is 4 times platinum?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, artist of the year too, parody.
No. Yeah, parody, yeah.
Late last year, Nash's girlfriend smashed the steel, and Bella ran off the cats to fend for themselves. The rats are quick, they're too smart to take the bait. Ate all the nutter butters upon the shelves.
George Tiska, $20. Bubba Army, Long Island, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App at the Bubba Army. Thank you, George.
Well, Bubs never did do nothing for the Blitz man, except hook him up with Dorothy from Israel. Well, Rats never did do nothing for the BRN that Matt Floyd Spice Boy didn't try to sell. So please put out some cheese, 'cause Love Me's gonna get clown by Bubba. Said he was dumb, cowardly lion. Dan is the wicked witch from Davis Island, and the wizard is a green-faced Bubba. Red the filthy Pomeranian is Toto the dog.
Carlos, I noticed that you left out a lot of Blitz stuff on this one. Are you scared of him? Or are you just leaning on the fact that Felix the Cat did a really fizz-only illustration about us being in the Wizard of Oz, because there's actually no copyright on Wizard of Oz, so we can make fun of this all we want. Cause I swear if I see another rat, I'm gonna start unleashing bullets from my new Yellowstone rifle and start shooting everything.
Which, by the way, my Yellowstone rifle, courtesy of Iggy, Will, and who was the other guy?
Nick the Gun Guy.
And Nick the Gun Guy. I'm taking it to the track this weekend. Going to try and get it broke in, if you will. Try it out a few times. Be Bubba Dutton.
This is the
and
picture.
I would like to apologize. That was clearly platinum.
Clearly.
This is the
Kevin
Photoshop.
McKenzie, $10. Thank you, my friend Venmo. What's that, Lemmy?
This is the photo.
This is a horrible Photoshop. Whoever did this.
Who's Toto?
I mean, like you can't get any blurrier.
Right.
Like I can tell that Anna's Dorothy. Okay.
Who's Toto?
I can tell. Now hold on.
Is that Rhett?
Let's try to get through this here.
Yeah, it's
so
right.
who's this?
That's Dr. Dan. That's the picture that.
This is also platinum.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Now, this
They
is horrible.
collabed. It was
Hold on.
Felix and Carlos.
Okay, this is horrible because the only who's the scarecrow?
No.
Love me. What's wrong?
I don't know.
And Blitz looks like he literally went to Jonathan's tanning beds with a spray tan kicker. Like Blitz on his face is the only one that you can kind of make out. Rhett looks like it's a dog that's all face. That's face dog. That dog is it's a new breed where the dog's the entire dog is a face.
It's sad.
Lummy,
I like Dr. Dan the best.
But Dan. And look at me as Oz. Like you can't even you can't even tell it's me.
You look like George Bush.
I do look like. Watch this shot now. Brownie did a good job down here in New Orleans. The entire place is flat and did a good job, Brownie.
Oh, man.
Dick Cheney's going to shoot you in the face.
And then they just left the scarecrow as no one. Like they couldn't.
Neil Mount Plaisir 15 for some rolly money. Love you, buddy. Now see, Anna. Meanwhile, they nailed you as Dorothy.
I mean, yeah. That's probably the easiest one to do because I'm a girl.
So if Blitz's was as clear as the Tin Man, and Rhett it doesn't even look like Rhett. Looks like Colton. Lummy is just. This is the worst Photoshop I've ever seen. I think there's, honest to God, there's third graders that can do Photoshop better than this.
I mean, who would be the scarecrow, I guess? Jay?
Yeah, probably. Jay.
I like Dad.
That's all right. We got a fourth grader to put Jay in there.
Playing it one more time. Uninterrupted, because it's triple platinum. It is. Uninterrupted, ladies and gentlemen. I think we are late, too. No, we're actually right on time.
Nash's girlfriend smashed the steel, and Bella ran off the cats to fend for themselves. The rats are quick, they're too smart to take the bait. Ate all the nutter butters upon the shelves. Well, Bubs never did do nothing for the Blitzman, except hook him up with Dorothy from Israel. Well, rats never did do nothing for the BRN that Matt Floyd Spice Boy didn't try to sell. So please put out some cheese, 'cause Lummy's gonna get clowned by Bubba. Said he was dumb, cowardly lion. Dan is the wicked witch from Davis Island, and the wizard is a green-faced Bubba. Red the filthy Pomeranian is Toto the dog.
Carlos, I noticed that you left out a lot of Blitz stuff on this one. Are you scared of him? Or are you just leaning on the fact that Felix the Cat did a really fizz-only illustration about us being in the Wizard of Oz, because there's actually no copyright on Wizard of Oz, so we can make fun of this all we want. Cousin, I swear if I see another rat, I'm gonna start unleashing bullets from my new Yellowstone rifle and start shooting everything.
Shannon Moss, don't know if it's a guy or girl on the Cash App 10, and also on the Venmo, I think it's, is it Mitch Lucerini? Oh no, Dad the Mark. You know I haven't seen since Rhett's stupid ass video. That is Matthew Hoxie. So the video accentuating that I messed up their wedding. We had to make a video about it. Did Bubba screw these people over? Well, just reminding them how bad of a job I did. No wonder Matt Hoxie probably dropped out of the Bubba Army.
He did.
He's done.
I married you at my gala event where I get completely tore up. I'll remarry you, or we can redo the vows, and I'll try to be a little bit more sober.
They actually got it annulled the other day.
They did?
Yeah.
Dan Wyzinski, 20, supporting moderately talented radio personalities. I don't know what that means.
I thought it was moderately popular, right?
He said supporting moderately talented.
Ooh,
that's what he said.
Ouch.
Donald Trump now has his first challenger in the 2024 Republican race for president, and it's a woman who once called him a great president. Nikki Haley, the former South Carolina governor and United Nations ambassador, made it official this morning with a Twitter video saying the Washington establishment has failed us. Here's CBS's Robert Costa.
Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley's jump into the presidential race today makes her the first official rival to challenge Donald Trump.
How many people?
I'm Nikki Haley, and I'm running.
How many people have?
And in a 3.5 minute.
How many people have declared their candidacy?
About 700.
No, for real.
I think she's the first big one.
I think she's the first one, isn't she?
First big one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sure there's some.
There's some other people.
There's some Joe Redner here in Denver.
No,
or something.
what was it? The governor of, was it New Hampshire or something?
Yeah, he ain't got a chance.
He was talking about it. Maybe it was New Hampshire. Maybe it's a different state.
So it's right now probably. And has Trump officially?
Yes,
he has
last year.
All right. So Trump is officially.
I think Alex Stein was there.
Trump's in and Haley's in.
Didn't Trump do it in South Carolina like a week or two ago?
I thought he had a big event in Mar-a-Lago. Lummy?
I don't know.
Lummy?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he did. He did at Mar-a-Lago when he announced.
Yeah, video announcement signaled she's ready for a political brawl.
You should know this about me. I don't put up with bullies. And when you kick back, it hurts them more if you're wearing heels.
The 51-year-old former South Carolina governor touted her background as the daughter of Indian immigrants and played up her diplomatic work as UN ambassador in
was she overall well-liked, Anna?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
I think so.
Trump administration.
By the party, yes.
Yeah, great.
But Haley's...
And I think she did a pretty good job while she was the governor of South Carolina, I think.
I don't really remember, but again, of what I know about the ether around her, people liked her.
Decision is a flip from her previous claim that she wouldn't run against the man she served for 2 years.
I would not run if President Trump ran.
Haley called for a new generation of leadership and noted Republicans have lost the popular vote in 7 of 8 elections. Trump lost it twice. A Trump Super PAC spokesman shot back, calling her just another career politician whose only fulfilled commitment is to herself. Former presidential contender Senator Marco Rubio said,
"Man, I got ears on him."
The attacks from Trump will only increase.
Running for president's hard. Running against Donald Trump is really hard.
Haley enters a fluid and soon-to-be growing field.
Is this what they're saying's locked in? I mean...
Possible GOP presidential contenders, it says.
Well, Pompeo out. Tim Scott's a legitimate candidate. Pence out. I think of what I'm looking there, I think, in my opinion, you guys can disagree or not, DeSantis and Scott are the really only two people that I would put in the league of Nikki Haley and Donald Trump. I think people, I don't know, you think Pence will do okay? I don't think
he will.
I don't either.
No.
And Pompeo, I think he's virtually unknown, is he not?
What?
I wouldn't call him unknown, but right.
Wasn't he the Secretary of Defense? State? That's pretty high up there during Donald. Was he director of the CIA at some point? I feel like he was. Yeah, he was.
Even more reason why not to like him.
And the latest polls show her facing an uphill climb.
What do the latest polls show?
Meanwhile, sources close to former Vice President Mike Pence, a possible 2024 rival, tell CBS News he will fight the subpoena issued to him by the Justice Department Special Counsel investigating January 6, setting up a legal showdown as the Republicans...
Somebody's got some low moped on her. Can you hear it, Blitz?
I thought it was someone doing a fart
it was somebody doing a long fart
Yeah,
gimmick.
me too.
But I think it's just a little low...
Issued to him
four-stroke Willie
by the Justice Department Special Counsel investigating January 6, setting up a legal showdown as the Republican presidential race.
Blah blah blah.
What they're saying too is that during the primaries that Nikki Haley and if Ron DeSantis does run, they'll take both each other's votes and it will put Trump. ahead.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Haley will take DeSantis' votes.
Oh, is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
The hardcore Trumpers are in that lane.
They're not going to get out of it, but the people that are like, we don't want Trump, it's going to go back between Haley and DeSantis.
I can see that. I can see the hardcore Trumps are locked in, and everybody else fragments the pie. I could see that.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Then I don't think Trump has a chance against whoever the hell they put up.
Yeah, I'd prefer either one of those over Trump for sure.
And they say obviously if Tim Scott runs too, that just takes more of the vote.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah, we're screwed.
Yeah, we're screwed.
We'll see. Oh, this is.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
I saw this bitch. Oh, give me like. Oh, can you go quicker?
Yeah.
Because like this thing has to.
quick.
I'm gonna go quick. You'll see, mother.
She'll be back in 5 minutes. Everyone.
Bitch can't go quick, say it.
She can't go quick. Bitch can't go quick. That's true. Bubba's fetal PTSD. PTSD. Good HS Bubba fan. And thank you again. I do appreciate that. Friday Nash. What just happened? Oh shit. Happy Friday, Cretan. Saturday night, good morning. What's up, Catastrophic? You too, buddy. I'll have National Walker too, so, and we got Saturday shit. But I appreciate that, Nash. Glow Bug 85, good morning, Bubba's Poop Nuts. Oh, sweet, Iggy. Hold on, I gotta try to get logged in here.
Go long.
I'm going. I think I was watching Buddha Ball Hall of Famer. Buddha Ball. Where'd she go?
What'd you eat, Babs?
Bitch, there's no rolling up in here like that. This is fucking, it's highly illegal.
Is it legible?
You are really very brazen nowadays.
I'm just seeing what you're eating.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm eating one little sandwich on me.
It's a baby sandwich. It's a charcuterie, if you will. Charcuterie.
For no other reason than I just don't like her swagger. I don't like this girl on TV.
Oh, Jean-Benet Senegal?
Biden's press secretary.
Yeah. Where's she from again? Friggin' Togo?
Detroit. I don't know where the fuck she's from. But I do not care for her.
Sierra Leone, perhaps? Press secretary. Corinne Jean-Pierre. Let's see. Jean-Pierre. She's the first. I'm not going to say it. She's 48. Born in Fort-de-France, Martinique. I don't even know where the fuck that is. Oh, interesting. Okay. What? Fort-de-France, Martinique. Oh, okay. Okay, I see you. Interesting. She's from the Caribbean. I thought it was Senegal or some shit. My mistake. A French overseas territory known for its colonial architecture. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Let's see. I did not know that. I thought okay. Listen, hey, that's cool, man. Openly LGBT. The daughter of Haitian parents, excuse me. Haitian.
No one is covering this, by the way. Fucking nobody is talking about this right or left. I have not heard fucking shit about this.
What I on my screen?
Yes, and I kind of wish Dan was here to comment on this because this woman fucking brings the house down, in my opinion.
To the cop?
No, that representative that was grilling the Twitter
your smart
chick.
backup, Dan. Say it.
What?
And you need your smart backup, Dan.
Well, she talks about Schmovid, and so, you know, that shit.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this story.
And the grandparents. So I was like, you know, it'd be cool to have Dan's input.
I thought you were talking about this story.
Oh, the fucking, this chick?
Was she trying to put some like jiu-jitsu moves on?
Dude, she got the guy like in full guard.
You saw that?
Yes,
Yeah,
I was like,
watched
does
it.
she know
The
jujitsu?
legs-
This methed out bitch is a fucking blue belt.
The legs are going over.
Yes,
I'm like,
I noticed that too. I'm like, she's got him in half guard.
Yeah, I'm like-
I'm like, if she could use her hand, she could frame up and shrimp out of that. But
where were the rest of the guards?
I was on cocaine this morning.
Where were the rest of the guards?
I don't know. But that guy had his cord all wrapped around her foot, and she was pushing it. I was like, damn, this bitch fucking. She's taking the jujitsu.
They just took
She
off.
did. She had her hooks in. I was very impressed with her jujitsu moves. I love the cameraman. He's just like, oh, Jesus. And he like just pans right next to her. He's like, what the fuck?
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Late last year, Nash's girlfriend smashed the steel, and Bella ran off the cats to fend for themselves. The rats are quick, they're too smart to take the bait. Ate all the nutter butters upon the shelves. Well, Bubs never did do nothing for the Blitzman, except hook him up with Dorothy from Israel. Well, rats never did do nothing for the BRN that Matt Floyd Spice Boy didn't try to sell. So please put out some cheese, 'cause Love Me's gonna get clowned by Bubba. Said he was dumb, cowardly lion. Dan is the wicked witch from Davis Island, and the wizard is a green-faced Bubba. Red the filthy Pomeranian is Toto the dog.
Carlos, I noticed that you left out a lot of Blitz stuff on this one. Are you scared of him? Or are you just leaning on the fact that Felix the Cat did a really fizz-only illustration about us being in the Wizard of Oz because there's actually no copyright on Wizard of Oz, so we can make fun of this all we want. Cousin, I swear if I see another rat, I'm gonna start unleashing bullets from my new Yellowstone rifle and start shooting everything.
Mitch Lucerini has assured me Matthew Hoxie is still alive and is still Bubba Army. Woo! Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Fish on the J says, I got $20 for you, buddy. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, all at the Bubba Army. He says, I got some pond cleaning tools that I need to bring to you. Let me get in touch with Fish on the J. Maybe one of these days we will be able to look into the pond and see a fish.
You can. Me and Rhett saw a couple. And I just bought
minnows at best.
No, they're not minnows. Rhett, the Filthy would tell you they're good size bluegills.
Filthy, over to you. As if I know you know a lot about sports, but I don't know if you know a lot about fishing.
He fishes with his grandma a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. So, are there fish in there?
Yeah, we were standing out there. We saw at least 4 or 5 that we counted, like
That are good
100%
size.
Lummi, I wish
good size.
I bought hooks yesterday at Walmart.
Is there any way, Lummi, for this Sunday's goat report?
Yep, that's what I planned on doing.
Maybe you text me and I meet you here, and we go and we set up like 2 chairs, and we be like 2 old timers, and we're fishing.
Oh, we can.
We bait the hook. Now, do you have bobbers and lure and fish and weights?
Yeah. I was just gonna
sinkers, I should say.
Well, yeah, just a bobber. I got the hook, and I was like the first time I did it, I was gonna do it during the goat report. I was gonna throw it in because it would probably only take me about a couple of minutes to catch one.
Oh, you're thinking because they're so hungry?
and they're so close, and I know exactly where they're at.
Do you think there's any bass in there?
No, there's no bass. We haven't put any in because, like I was saying, when these ones are now bigger and we got the small ones, so the bass would be good, and we just need a little bit more water in the pond.
What about those 40 that we bought that somebody sent us?
Yeah,
they're all
Hierarchy
dead.
65.
Are they all dead?
No, I actually saw a couple like somewhat smaller ones. I think we probably survived. It's 5.
5 out of 40. That's a great
That's a
business
great number.
plan.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
You guys both have a fishing license?
No.
I do.
You don't have to fish. You don't have to have a fishing license to fish on your own property.
But I do though. It's not mine. But yeah.
Or am I wrong on that?
I don't know.
Yeah, like I mean, I wonder if. And I'm actually asking you, Blitz. Like I'm not making a statement that I know for one way or the other because I do not.
I believe if you are trying to take fish, you need a license.
Well, we're not going to take the fish, but it's on his property.
Taking means catching.
I know, but we're not because it's his property. It's only on a private property of someone else's.
Let's ask old girl. Hey, Alexa, in Florida, do you need a fishing license to fish on your own property? That's a good one.
Yeah.
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, yes. Several states, including Florida, require a license for saltwater fishing.
Yeah, that's
not saltwater. You dumb bitch.
She's thinking you're going off the dock.
No. Hey, Alexa, do I need a license to fish in Florida on my own property that I own? It's my place. I own it.
I do not think you do.
No, you don't.
I'm having trouble hearing. Can
You don't
say
have to
that
do
again?
It. You don't have to do it if you go to a park or something like that.
But,
right.
Well, I believe it's you can fish on your homestead.
Yeah. You're
but this is not a homestead, it's business property.
Hold on, Blitz. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that you need a fishing license if you're fishing from your dock on let's say that you had a beach house.
This is from the
and
FWC.
Hold on. But if you own the entire pond, if the entire body of water is on your property and there's no other access to it, and the
exemption from FWC says those freshwater fishing or hunting in your county of residence on your homestead.
No, but this is what it says on the private fish pond license. Anyone fishing in a pond of 20 acres or less.
That doesn't count. That's not what I'm talking about. You have to have, if you have a 20 acre or more pond, you have to have a license for the pond.
It said 20 acres or less. You don't have to. It's a private property of its owner.
That's to get a license for the pond, not a fishing license for a person. You have to actually get a pond license.
No, it says right here, do I need a license to fish on a private pond? No, fishing license is required to fish on licensed, privately stocked fish ponds under 20 acres.
Under 20 acres, Blitz.
Licensed?
It sounds like, Blitz, you don't need a pond permit for anything under 20 acres.
I believe it says if the pond is licensed. I mean, look, it doesn't matter. You're fine, but...
Yeah, but I also think that it has everything to do with you can say, like Fabrizi could say, hey, Fabrizi could stand on a seawall and fish. But
you need a license, though.
But you didn't let me finish.
Okay.
What I'm saying is he's on his property, but he's fishing on into a public body of water.
Correct. So it's saltwater.
Right. He doesn't own the ocean. Fabrizi may think he does, but he doesn't own the ocean. He doesn't even. I think that really you only own like maybe your dock in that little bit of area. Like that's the area that you potentially own. I don't even know if you own that.
You own you can usually own the ground under it, but you don't own the water on it.
So what I'm saying is, I understand some people saying, well, I'm fishing on my own property, but you're fishing into a lake into a body of water that's not yours. Whereas if you're just, like Tony Stewart, for instance. Tony's got, I think, a 10-acre or 20-acre pond, but the entire pond is on his property.
Right, it's his homestead.
Right, there's no other access to that pond.
Correct.
And so I think at that point you wouldn't need a fishing license. Private fishing pond license.
If you go down to the exceptions, it's number 1.
All right, hold on. Exceptions. These are 2 license exceptions. These 2 license exceptions may also apply when fishing in private fish ponds. Anyone fishing in a fish pond of 20 acres or less, which is located entirely within the private property of its owner, does not need a freshwater fishing license. A fish pond is a man-made pond constructed from the
By the
for
way,
the primary
this is,
purpose of
this
fishing.
But this is not a fishing license. This is for private fish pond license. If you have a pond, you're supposed to have a license for the pond. I'm not talking about a fishing license. We're talking about two different things.
You're talking about.
Well, I don't care. Everything is always wrong, and everything is just always whatever. Hello.
Good morning,
We
everybody.
can't even
Matt
agree
Hoxie
on
from
just the stupidest of stuff. Hello.
Matt Hoxie from Charleston.
Hey, buddy. I mean, like, hi. I hope you don't hate me or nothing.
Are you still married?
Yes, I wanted to give you guys the 1 month update.
All right.
Yeah. Well,
Wait.
What is the what is what?
Everything's still good, but I got a lot of heat over the wedding.
What do you mean?
Did?
Oh, yeah. Every time anybody walks up, they're like, oh, you're the ones that got married? Oh, we heard that he screwed it all up, and she keeps getting so pissed about it.
Oh, no.
So we got to try and do something.
Yeah. No, see, you're not making me feeling any better. You know, can we do like a renewal of the vows next year?
Yeah, no, for sure. We're coming. She still loves you guys. She just, everybody keeps coming up and they're like, oh, we heard about this, we heard about that, which makes her a little
Again, Lummy, whoever made the stupid-ass video didn't better my cause.
No, that didn't help at all.
Exactly. Whoever made that didn't, but did this guy mess up these people's wedding? Whose idea was that, by the way? No, I want to know, Lummy. You're kind of in, or let me put Red on there. Red, whose idea was it to make a video and thumbnail it that? Did this guy mess up these people's wedding?
That's on me. I was trying to get people to click on it.
Okay, well, you know what you did is you damn near got me to lose one of my these great people that love me. That was was that video the one that put her over the edge?
Yeah, she didn't. I tried to not put it on the plate, and then somebody said something about it, so then she watched it. And
I thought the phone call at the end was pretty positive between the both of you
it's
guys.
All good
you kind
now.
of patched things
I
up,
told
and
we
you
were
made
coming
plans
back,
for
and
next
you
year,
said
and
that we were
I
gonna
thought it
redo
was...
Red, shut up. He's talking. Can you not hear him talking? Matt, I'm so sorry. I was drunk and high, and it's I just wasn't with it, and I was being pulled in a million directions, and I didn't prepare like I should have, and so I will make it up to you. I promise. We'll do a renewal of the vows next year, and this has really been bugging me. And Rhett, you might want to take that down. This is just again ridiculous. This is the video that pissed. Why? You know what? We're trying to make me look good around here, guys. Not like a piece of shiz.
Well, like I said, I mean, we understand. At least we got a wedding that nobody else got. We enjoyed it. We had a great time. We met fantastic people, and we're coming back next year. There's not much else about it.
All right. Well, Matt, know that it's really been bugging me, and know that I'm very mindful that I didn't do as good as I needed to have done. So I will make that up to you. I promise.
We would appreciate it. That's cool.
All right, man. Tell her thank you.
Definitely. Love you guys.
Love you too, Matt. Thank you.
Matt.
Hello.
Yeah, it's Primetime 99. I see you getting mad at Rhett. I think you got to give him a break because he's trying to make good content.
Shut up, Primetime 99.
I mean, seriously, though. I mean, you did kind of jack up their wedding. It's a funny thing. I mean, mistakes happen. You shouldn't beat yourself up. You shouldn't beat yourself up about it. You had a huge party. You had a lot going on, so it is what it is. But, you should just do a make good. When you mess up with an advertiser, you do a make good. It's not a big deal.
It's what I'm doing. I'm doing a make good. I'm doing a make good next year. So what's your point?
No,
you're just piling on. You're piling on.
I'm just
you're piling on.
No, I'm just saying you're getting mad at Rhett. I think Rhett, keep the video up. It's a funny video. It's
no, put the video down.
Oh man, Bubba, what are you talking about? You got to be public.
He already said that the thing that pisses her off the most is this video because people watch it and then grease her over it.
Because
that's what pissed.
Bubba, let me tell you something. If the wedding would have been perfect, then they wouldn't even remember it. But now that it was kind of a debacle and a whole thing, now it makes it way more memorable because everybody can go have a wedding and whatever the pastor or the person does a perfect ceremony. It's better that you mess it up. They don't realize that. but unintentionally, it's much more memorable and better this way. So in the end, you win, Bubba. But
No,
people
it
don't
shows
realize
that I'm a piece of crap, and I ruined this. You only get one marriage. This was their first marriage, and
That's not necessarily true. You weren't the actual one signing the certificate. It's just a ceremony.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I'm the
They were
one.
making it-
I'm
You
the one.
notarized it.
I'm the one that notarized it and signed the certificate and sent in the license and all of it. I did it all.
Well, I don't know. You were under the influence of heavy THC
Of everything,
right there.
yeah.
So that might be null and void in a court of law. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is, I'm going to be speaking to you tonight. So I hope you're ready. I hope you have 10 minutes to hop on the show tonight. And
I might be.
bring-
I might be live from I'm going to be
From
at
the
the.
grader.
I'm going to be at the track, and it's supposed to be at 7:30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
7:30
mean, live from the track might be a nice little twist when you see race cars behind me.
Yeah, no, it'd be great. That's what I'm saying. You can just hop on your phone. No, you don't need any sort of high production or anything. So
I just go get the Zoom link on my phone, right?
Yes, and you can use it in the browser. But if you download the app, it's a little better. Have Blitz show you how to download the app. I'm sure, or Erica can do that. But I'll call you tonight. I'll always go.
He had the guy, the laptop.
Wedding. I lost
He
other
had the
videos.
Biden laptop guy on last night.
Oh yes, John Paul Mac Isaac.
When are you going to start getting me some of these guests, buddy? You should say, hey, after you do my show, you should do my buddy's radio show. He's pretty popular.
I agree. You should interview John Paul Mac Isaac. I'll give you his contact. But so what's funny about him is he actually is the one that got the Hunter Biden laptop, and that one of the reasons it needed data recovery is because it had liquid on it, and he didn't know if it was semen or urine or jizz. They don't know what kind of semen it was. I mean, what kind of a liquid it was. Isn't that interesting, Bubba?
Yeah, I had to dump out that.
What? You can't say semen on the air?
Yeah,
on the
but you
radio?
can't say the other word.
Oh, the J word?
Yeah. You can't say
well,
that. That's okay.
yeah,
I mean,
well-
you're not Hall of Fame radio material like me.
No. I'm definitely I'm a what is it? A scout team radio material.
You're practice squad
I'm
Willie.
Practice squad. Yeah, I'm practice squad Willie, and that's fine. I
How's
like it down here.
how's pay-per-view doing? I love her. Oh.
She's good. She's good. She's
Does she
asleep
know?
Right now.
Does she know that I'm really, honest to God, like her biggest fan, like for real?
She knows, and she's. I mean, I'm telling you, just some of the memories and some of the interactions we had at Barb. That's why you shouldn't beat yourself up. That was probably one of the most insane parties or group or collection of people that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, something out of a movie writer couldn't write a script of the crowd that was at that party that evening.
Yeah, from lawyers to whatever to you.
I mean, from ex-convicts to, from all kinds of lawyers, crazy lawyers.
To guys that are on the rodeo
surgeons.
circuit, Elkhart
That's what I'm
Rob.
saying. There's multiple surgeons, doctors, affluent. There's politicians there. There's also, somebody that I was afraid that they might stab me if they might break a beer bottle and stab me at some point. But that's what made it so fun. And I really don't think you should beat yourself up. It was.
Well, I'm going to do a show. I'm going to do a show vote. Everybody's familiar with the video. I'm going to do a show, and Rhett's vote does not count. So I'm going to do a show vote to see whether we should take it down or not, because I knew that could potentially be a problem, and sure enough, it was. I mean, if you throw it out there in a negative type way, what if a radio guy married you and it was then made a joke and it was like that it was titled that your wedding was ruined by this radio guy? What you probably wouldn't be necessarily so happy about it, would you?
Probably not.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, but Bubba, I mean, you forgot to say I do or whatever, that, you didn't do
Change the rings and.
I forgot to do.
You forgot to just do the wedding part of the wedding.
Yeah, you're right. You just basically said I don't even think you said you may kiss the bride. I mean, it was bad, but we all, we all bomb. We all mess up. I mean, I don't want you beating yourself up over it.
It was bad.
Do you remember it, Bubba?
It was bad, and it was a bomb. And so we don't make a video that says, this man
Let's just watch the video
ruin?"
one more time.
Bubba, the bomb is funnier than if it would have been a video of you doing it really good.
Bubba, let me see the video one more
I
time.
don't think we can play with the language.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't see it live because I was chit-chatting in here and came out and it was too late.
Somebody send it to me, and I'll try to get
We'll
through.
go over it, and I'll tell you if you really asked the bed. I don't think you did.
I did. I'm telling you, I did.
Okay. I know you did. I was just trying to make you feel better. But
So let me send me the link. We'll watch it. Okay.
No, you did a bad job officiating it. Yeah, you really didn't do anything. I mean, but I'm telling you, that's kind of an Andy Kaufman. You did an Andy Kaufman. It was so bad that it was good, in my opinion.
No,
situation.
it's so bad that the bride said it's goddamn bad.
No. That's not what she said. It was the fact that people kept coming up to her and reminding her that it was a crap job. But I think she would have just been fine had it just happened and they moved on.
Yeah, well, that's not what happened because we made a big spectacular video of the damn thing.
Right, but she's getting over it and she's going to come back next year. They just said that.
And listen, how many people get married and their wedding is even content? You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying she had it's at least a memorable event. A lot of women would like their wedding. They spend a lot more money for a wedding that's less memorable. So sure, really and truly, I think it was a very effective form. I know you didn't mean to do it on purpose, officiate a bad wedding, but
and they had a great time, and they got tattoos of Bubba Army. They don't care that you messed up their wedding.
I'm sending you the Barb video.
I'm looking at the what?
The Barb video. That's.
No, wasn't there a standalone video though?
It was taken down. I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either. But
Hold on.
it's like
Rhett,
few
where
minutes
is
in.
it? Where is it? Did you already take it down?
Do you want the video of the talk break or the video of the wedding?
Didn't you make a video that was on our YouTube that said, "Did this guy
that was
ruin?"
that was a video of the show talking about it. So yes, we do have that.
Yeah, it was a video of a talk break, and Hoxie called in, and you guys kind of patched things up.
Yeah.
I want to see the actual wedding.
That's what the video was, but the video of the wedding is in the Bart video.
It would be at 12:45 is the one the actual wedding.
I need to see this again.
Well, what video has made her mad?
The talk break of
when Matt called in.
When he called in and put you over, he said it was great. He
Yeah,
had
but he
nothing
was
but
trying
great
to
things
make you
to
feel
say.
better.
All right, so
Or maybe you're still drunk.
I don't even know what video I should be playing right now.
Play the actual wedding itself.
That's the one I sent you of the roadie party.
You haven't sent me anything. I haven't got anything from you.
I'll send it again.
All right, Stein, we're going to watch this, and I got to download Zoom.
Thanks, Alex.
All right, well, I love you guys, and I'm telling you,
Thanks,
it's so
Alex.
bad it was good. Bye.
All right,
Bye.
thanks.
About 12:50. You got Hoxie walking up.
All right, hold on here.
Ooh, hotties.
12:50.
12:50.
Oh, look who it is.
And of course, Stein.
Let's go!
Memories. COVID. Dan.
What's up? Go Bubba Army.
Rings.
All right, here we go.
Are you slurring? Are you slurring?
Yeah, I'm heavily slurring. and if
I've
you
heard
and
progress here.
if I'm not heavily slurring at the Bart party, then it ain't a good party.
Right. That's true.
Hold on. This is going to be treacherous. This is a big red built stage. It's but it's tough to get on. There you go, Hops. Help Mama. There we go. Now, I am a notary public. It is right. I mean, is a notary public? Yeah. I'm a notorious notary, and so I can legally marry somebody here in the state of Florida. So at this time, I'm going to do a very non-conventional, non-traditional wedding as I marry these two.
I already told him I was going to be
That was pretty good. That's so far so good, Bubs.
So please let me know. I'd like for you guys, you know how the preacher always kind of gives you guys a little spiel and stuff like that. So I want you to know that marriage is hard. You know that now. And you have to give and take, and especially being Bubba Army. So if you have to understand if Matt gets a little engrossed in the show, and sometimes the show, a lot of women hate the fucking show because the dude, like, Bubba Army, I gotta have a hat and a shirt, and she gets all shitty. Not everybody's cool as Missy Hazel, ladies and gentlemen.
So you're trying to incorporate the crowd?
Yeah, crowd work. That's good.
So
she is a babe.
And that is a problem. A lot of guys are really, really... Look at Hootie. Although Hootie has been made whole...
Yeah, I don't think that was the problem.
No, although Hootie has been... Blitz will be the first to tell you he's officially whole by Hootie.
Right.
And, but...
I'm upset about it. Now I can't complain about Hootie owing me money.
Right. God forbid Blitz can't bitch about something.
I know.
That's one less thing he can bitch about.
Correct.
And he's got a whole hopper of things.
I do.
So, anyway, one common issue that people that men that really, really are hardcore Bubba Army is a lot of times their significant other doesn't understand their attraction or gotta have the showness or their obsession or supporting or financial supporting of the program. Like they just cannot get it.
Right.
They're like, you're sending $2,400 to a stupid radio guy so that he can help keep his stupid ass show on the air when you could take me to a kick ass vacation and all he gets is stupid ass ring and a stupid ass party, and he's fat. And he recorded Hulk Hogan blasted his wife.
Right,
He's I doubt. Have you ever Googled this man? He's a bad man. And the bitch on the show is a smart ass, and the one guy's a know-it-all, and the one guy's dumb, and the other guy looks like a Pomeranian, and the doctor's a know-it-all. And Bubba's a bad guy. Jesus. Why don't you listen to Bob and Tom or something?
Okay.
I'm just saying, that's how it goes.
So very tolerant of Matt's radio listening habits, if you will. So, please realize that it's tough. There's a lot of successful marriages here. Missy and Kevin and Steve and Krista and Dan and Romina. Was she allowed to come today, Dan? Yeah. She's not in the car? No, she's here. Where is Romina? Where's the Cheerios? Is she on the Cheerios? Romina.
I get squirreled on my own presentation.
So, give it up for Romina Diaco, allowed to come to the...
So far, I'm nailing it.
Yeah, it looks great.
So,
but this is where I think it starts going downhill.
It's okay.
Please. My grandfather one told me, never ever go to bed mad. Always tell each other that you love each other. Always try to be each other's best friend through thick and through thin. It's easy when times are good, but when times are bad, and trust me, there's some bad fucking times are coming.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Bad times are coming.
Be by each other's side. Be each other's rock. Be each other's strength. And more importantly, thank you for letting us collectively have this honor to bring you guys together in holy matrimony.
I mean, at the end of the day,
it wasn't that bad. You just forgot to do the vows.
I mean, I forgot to do
rings.
I forgot to do the rings and
the say I do's and all that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I introduce to you for the first time, as I have the power to marry these people. I don't know why they gave me this power, but anyway, Mr. and Mrs. Matthew Hoxie for the first time.
All right, so I forgot the I do's and the rings. I can quickly infuse that into next year's ceremonies.
It honestly wasn't as bad as I thought. You didn't even say kiss the bride either.
Yeah, I did. I said kiss the bride.
I mean,
right
after
here.
it happened.
Right here.
Go ahead. You may kiss the bride. Let's make it official there.
See, there you go.
Perfect. We're going to be doing the Hall of Fame ceremonies in about 30 minutes.
All right, so I basically forgot the ring deal.
And the vows.
Well, and the vows.
The I do part,
But, I mean, I thought this was going to be a 9 out of 10 bad. This is about a 6.5 to 7 bad.
It wasn't bad.
It
You just
like,
forgot
no offense to
stuff.
them, but this is a party that's not meant for this, and they at the last minute asked, and it was,
Yeah,
it was drunken slop, but that's what the brand is,
Right.
The Bart brand is like, come get crazy with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were as high as I was.
Right.
Hell yeah. Some guy was handing out
Joints.
treats.
There was guys handing out joints.
Yeah, it was nice.
Jesus God, we're going to have to change locations next year.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
What?
I just like saying that. I just like saying that too.
All right, he doesn't have to take it down. I don't really.
Aw, so we're not that red anymore. He's not even mad anymore.
I gotta get out of here.
Let me see that jelly roll.
Kubiak, 808, 30 months.
808, hell yeah. Drink it up, drink it up. The soldiers around me, they be acting like they drunk.
When you break farm down, Thailand.
DJ Jiu-Jitsu, that's like the 15th person to say that. So, it's great.
Mark is Mark. Monday, J-Sip from VA.
DJ Flow Roll, better. DJ Hala, cute. Oh.
Alright.
Where is the sports show today? DJ Quifa, that's nice. Oh, DJ Intermittent Fat, yeah. DJ What You Eat Vibes, yeah.
Under Fisher, 33 months.
I don't know. DJ fasts a lot. I do fast a lot. We're doing like 24-hour fasts every other day. 20 to 24 hours. So crazy. Bitch. I'm a crazy motherfucking bitch. Gotta be with me. DJ Unhinged. Yeah, I'm gonna vote in that.
DJ
Rooshed. DJ Balia.
Ringo Valentino. Seven. Bama Boy 252, good morning.
Ding dong.
Oh, Lummy, will you send me the lightning shootout from last night?
Yep. Took that Avalanche's ass. Where's the video?
That ass, bitchin', see what you got. Shake that ass.
Hi, everybody.
Let me see what you got.
Shootouts. Come on.
Sunbelt Rental Studios. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Late last year, Nash's girlfriend smashed the steel, and Bella ran off the cats to fend for themselves. The rats are quick, they're too smart to take the bait. Ate all the nutter butters upon the shelves. Well, Bubs never did do nothing for the Blitzman, except hook him up with Dorothy from Israel. Well, rats never did do nothing for the BRN that Matt Floyd Spice Boy didn't try to sell. So please put out some cheese, 'cause Love Me's gonna get clown by Bubba. Said he was dumb, cowardly lion. Dan is the wicked witch from Davis Island, and the wizard is a green-faced Bubba. Red the filthy Pomeranian is Toto the dog.
Carlos, I noticed that you left out a lot of Blitz stuff on this one. Are you scared of him? Or are you just leaning on the fact that Felix the Cat did a really fizz-only illustration about us being in the Wizard of Oz, because there's actually no copyright on Wizard of Oz, so we can make fun of this all we want. Cousin, I swear if I see another rat, I'm gonna start unleashing bullets from my new Yellowstone rifle and start shooting everything.
The podcast that Lummy and I did yesterday, after thinking about it, totally got away from me towards the latter. I started getting emotional.
Yes. It was good therapy, though.
And I don't know if it was therapy or possibly damning, or both. So I'm not telling Blitz to pull it down because
haven't put it up yet.
Well, I'm not telling you not to put it up.
Right?
Like,
No, noon
it's
today.
Scheduled to be for noon today.
Yes.
But Blitz, just know that if I get too much heat, I might ask you to pull it down. You know, I don't just. Lummy, you just know how to get me, and then the average person that's looking out for me would tell me to be quiet. You just keep egging me on. I don't know who's dumber, me or you. Probably me for letting a dumber guy than you work me into a shoot.
Well,
I'm practically crying and ridiculous.
I mean, we hugged after, so I thought it made it better.
Anywhere that you get your podcasting, iHeart, Spotify, Apple, Google Play, search the Bubba Army. It'll be available today at noon. Today's Blummel will be available tomorrow. And then some old school stuff until we do an exclusive one for you again on Monday.
Yep.
Follow us on our YouTube and our Facebook. I might be going randomly live because I'm going to be up there 4 days.
Yeah.
I might be going randomly live from the track as we have USAC and the micro sprint going to be at Bubba Raceway Park. Practice starts tonight at, I think, 7. And then racing starts tomorrow at 7.
Oh, so you are racing tonight too?
Practice.
Oh, okay. But cars on the track, though.
Yeah. Probably 40 to 50 cars.
Wow.
And tonight's a good indication as to how I use tonight as an indication of water amounts. And, I kind of use tonight.
Okay.
I may overwater it to see how it holds up with that many cars. I may underwater it. Tonight's kind of a big. Well, it's practice for them too, for them to get. A lot of people haven't been to my track, and my track is arguably noted as one of the trickiest, most technical tracks to drive. Period. Like it's a big pain in the ass. Like Volusia's got these big, huge, sweeping corners, very forgiving. East Bay's a perfect round circle. Mine is literally an egg.
It's like a D, I thought.
If you look at it's kind of a D. It's a D-like egg.
It's a D-like egg.
I think they got satellite imagery of it on Google Maps, and it looks like you know what it looks like? A a D that's about ready to give birth.
Yeah.
You know how women hang
So
lower?
like Rihanna.
Yeah. My track is the track of Rihanna.
Rihanna's tummy.
But you know how like women, as they're getting ready to have their babies, they start getting
The head drops,
the belly starts getting a little lower.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like how my track is shaped.
Nice.
And it's big. 1 and 2 is big and sweeping, and it's I think 2 is about 98 feet wide, which is hold on here.
An avocado too.
Let me put this
Of
over here.
avocados or guacamoles, as they're called.
Let me see.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
That is my track.
It is an avocado.
And so here's the thing, man. So they go into 3. They get back on the gas about right here, which is turn 4. And then they technically won't lift until they'll get all the way around here, wide open, and they don't lift till right here. And they really got to get the car. This is where from here to here is where every race at my track is won. How people can get through this area. Boom. And then, because anybody can get through here. Look how that's so forgiving. And right here, the distance between here and there is about 92 feet.
So anyone can get through there, but a lot of good racing takes place there because of that.
Yeah. A lot of guys.
Because it's easier to drive, so they'll try to pass people more.
And if you look, Blitz, if you look at the track, I've made it wider here now.
Right.
So if you look at from here to here is actually wider than from here. You can visibly tell from here to here. So it's a lot of times you'll get a lot of guys, they use that guys that are rim riding. They'll be like the way Lummy likes to rim ride. Right?
Isn't that where the high side tickler goes?
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. There's my track. It's kind of a, I don't know if it's an egg D. It's a pregnant egg D.
Yeah.
What is it?
I thought it was an avocado.
Yeah, that's good.
It's not an avocado. Lummy.
Bubba hates guacamoles.
Lummy. The announcers tonight can't go, or tomorrow can't go. That's right, you're live on Flow Racing from this avocado-shaped track.
I mean,
No hillbilly from Indiana knows what a goddamn avocado
But that's when
looks
you
like.
get people like
that's also
Anna
true.
to start listening.
No, it's either an egg.
Yeah, because
or
I'm
it's-
a vegan.
Or it's a D.
It's a D.
I think it's more of a.
Big
I
old
think
fat
it's a D. If you look at it, it's
kind of more of a pear, if anything.
It look.
I mean, it's a goddamn guacamole, but fine, we could say pear.
We're gonna call it's a D egg.
Okay.
I don't think it's. They used to call it an egg, and I don't think it's an egg. I think it's more. You know what? I think it's been described as a D-shaped oval.
Well, I will say there's a website called BubbaRacewayPark.com.
Yeah.
And if you click on the About BRP, on the track profile, it says 3/8 mile D-shaped.
Yeah.
Semi-surface clay.
Yeah.
Or semi-banked clay, sorry.
D. It's a D-shaped oval, Anna. It's exactly what it is, and that's what
Right.
we're officially going with. Let me. This is the shootout from last night.
Yes, it is.
Let me put it over here.
He is more likely to shoot than to deke. He's a shooter.
Now, what was the
So here we go.
score?
Stamkos takes it wide on.
Now, is this the winning?
No, I know Stamkos did win it, but
not on this one.
No,
was it home game?
Was it? Now, was it?
It was in Colorado.
Was it 0-0?
No, it was like 2-1, I believe.
2-1.
Yeah, that's just a 0-0 for the shootout round.
Right, but it was a tie game after overtime.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
But was it 2-2?
Yeah, and they've taken 2 from Colorado, who beat them obviously in the Stanley Cup.
Here we go.
He is more likely to shoot than to deke. He's a shooter. So here we go. Stamkos takes it wide on Georgiev and shoots, scores. Top shelf, no doubt.
So that's our first attempt. Now they get one, right?
Correct.
For Steven Stamkos. I don't know if Georgiev has watched any tape of Stammer in shootouts. This is his signature move. He moves off the left side, holds, gets the goaltender to move just a little,
so
and fills
good.
that short side top.
Yeah, I hope that the Lightning never, ever, 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 ever consider trading him.
Just let him retire.
Let him retire. Let him just you got to. He's the greatest of. I mean, he's a class act. You've never heard him get. He's a little bit of a paper tiger. He's gotten hurt here and there, but when he's on, he's on. He's a class act. He's the face of the organization. He's just a great guy.
And I'm sorry, that was the Stamkos one that won it because everyone else missed it. So I apologize.
So the game's over.
Well,
Evan Rodriguez back for the Avalanche. Didn't even get a shot away.
He tried that severe cutback move.
It's like Rolo.
Which is hard to do. You can sell a goaltender and really make them look bad if you can control it, but he can't. Does Vasi get a stick on it? Yes, he does.
And you're not dealing with the average goaltender here. You're dealing with one of the top 5.
That's what did it.
So now it's not over. Keep going, Lummy.
Yeah,
Vasilevsky, poke check is simply brilliant.
Nikita Kucherov, who's got a goal tonight, in on Georgiev, and he is.
That looked kind of.
Yeah, you get 3 shots at it.
Same kind of idea as what Stamkos was trying to do, but he came in much slower, so I think it was easier to track.
I'm all about, man, winding it up and going a zillion miles an hour. If the guy stops it, he does. But I don't like this slow stuff.
For Georgiev, trying to go back on the short side, but he's patient, and he wins that game of patience.
2 points on the night for Nathan McKinnon, and here he is, the second shooter of the night for the Avalanche, stopped by Vasilevsky.
So now is it over? They got one more.
They got one more.
Vasi was with him all the way. You know, McKinnon was all going to be all fired up. He was held off to
We're
score.
watching the Lightning shootout last night. These are the 2 people who played for the. This was the Stanley Cup Finals last year, wasn't it?
Sure was, and the Lightning have already taken 2 from them.
And we got beat what in 6?
Yeah.
And this was in Colorado, you said?
Yeah.
This was in Colorado, yeah.
The Lightning played Colorado last time. A couple of points here tonight.
I mean, they killed us last year in the finals.
They did.
They made us look stupid.
This year we beat them 5-0 and 4-3. Obviously.
Really?
Tonight. Yeah.
Be a hero and score on the short side, and Vasi made that one look easy.
So now a chance for Braden Point to finish this thing straight.
I love this guy because he blitz. It looks like he's in 9th gear the entire time.
It's way more exciting.
Oh, he's so fast. I love Braden Point. He's always been my favorite player.
And he was good in the Diaco box too.
Oh yeah, he does. But I ain't coming in there with this Kucherov deal. I'm coming in 1,000 miles an hour.
And score on the short side.
Looks like he just did a rail of coke before he goes out there. Watch this. Watch this, Otto. Watch how fast he is.
To finish this thing straight up the middle, hits the post, rang it off the iron.
That's okay, because as soon as Vlasy shuts this last one down, we win, right?
Yep.
You like to see guys use their strengths. Kucherov came in slowly. He likes to make the moves. Braden Point, the opposite. Yeah, he's got moves.
And that one got by him. He just dinked the post.
He does them at high speed.
And a couple inches to the left, he gets it.
Beat him on the short side. Might have caught the outside.
Is this their big one of their big slinging knees?
Yeah, until last chance still.
Now Rantanen needs to score on Vasilevsky. Rantanen in, stopped by Vasilevsky.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They come back in the.
Now that things are going to slow down for me a little bit now that we're done with the my USAC deal here after this weekend. I think I'm going to try to maybe hit a few Lightning games.
Yeah, me too. Especially if football's done now.
Yeah.
On a 3-game winning streak.
Like what a good seats cost?
A lot.
Really?
Yeah, they're getting.
Hold on, Tom Bean. I think Tom Bean's got 2 lower bowl willies.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, and Gina doesn't like to go all the time.
There?
I'm just saying, Tom, you using your tickets tonight, buddy?
Yeah.
Buddy.
Or your cabin, or your condo?
Yeah, when we are going to do a show retreat.
Oh man, hold on. So now this woman
I love
here,
this woman.
Now this woman is charged with decapitating her husband in Wisconsin.
In a meth-fueled fiasco.
Right, and she's facing the judge, and she doesn't like her counsel.
I guess not.
She's mad at her counsel for whatever reason, and watch this.
Whew. She jiu-jitsu'd him.
Is she a jiu-jitsu person?
I don't think so, but I mean, that's pretty strong. I mean, you jumped ahead, but she does like a half guard. She almost gets him in a full guard.
Oh, this is.
He's like, get away from me.
Yeah, she gets the bail up pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, does it get any further than this, or?
I mean,
Is that it?
Oh, it looks like they cut
kind of no. Well,
I mean, I didn't cut it on her.
No, it looks like they
hold on.
cut it
There's a more full video.
All right, yeah,
I'll get it for you.
At this point, I'm going to put a motion in the withdrawal from this matter.
Stand by.
Yeah, but by the way, in the Lightning, if you want to be somewhat center ice, it's $200 each. I'll take it.
See.
Really?
Yeah, that's for the Anaheim Ducks.
Huh.
Where's that
There's
put you though?
definitely a
200
YouTube
200 a
video.
ticket, right?
Yeah. Let's see, 116, you'll be 200, you'd be about 5 rows up.
For 200 a copy?
Yeah.
But what they tic tac and then anytime you buy anything on like it's
Yeah.
a 16 or a $30.
Yeah, 230 until Biden gets rid of it.
Yeah, I think you're better off just waiting for Tom to not go to a game.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Tom to get sick.
Yeah, there you go.
I think so too. Hey, let me go to words on it because I know you wanted to spend a little bit of time on this and you're like really pissed and you actually might want me to hold it over for when Dan gets here on Monday because it's a lot to do with COVID.
Yes, it does.
And it has a lot to do with the alternative treatments of COVID and how people have been shut down and people have been banned from various social networkings. And finally, somebody in a governmental position is asking some questions.
Yes.
And making some really, really, I don't know.
Presents a very strong case.
Right.
For
And
some conspiracy.
And some
collusion between
some of which,
the government and the Twitter.
And some of which, though, on it's like, symptoms that have happened to her. Like she gets into,
yes.
Her own experiences with the vaccine. Does she not?
She does, and she suggests that perhaps if certain voices weren't censored by platforms like Twitter, perhaps she would have not gotten the vaccine because she said she's experiencing a lot of vaccine regret.
Right. I am too.
I mean, but you're fine.
But I will tell you this, and I don't know if it's anything to do. I've never told anybody this, and I hope I don't get fired for saying this. Let me take this one phone call. Hello, who's this? Hello, I'm going to cancel myself already more than I'm canceled. Yes, go ahead.
All right, you there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that girl in the courthouse, that's my buddy that's actually the lawyer, and I guess she's basically trying to do this to act like she's nuts, hoping to get it because of the doctor and everything.
Yeah, well, the judge will see right through that.
Oh, exactly. But that's because then after she did all that and they got her settled down, she says, what's going on? Why am I sitting here? Like nothing happened at all. I don't know if you had that in the tape or not. But
yeah, I said that right after the Hogan tape. It didn't work.
Here's if you scroll down on that video, you can kind of see her doing more like jujitsu moves.
Well, you're going to have to resend it to me because I always like to take, I X things out.
Yeah, I got you.
So we'll get it to me and we'll probably close out with it.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
They must have updated it because when I saw it last night.
Well, when I saw it, it was a full thing.
It was like a 6-minute video.
Around it,
yeah. So I don't know if they changed it. If you scroll down, you'll see like a.
She's kind of cute.
I mean, all right. Keep going down there. Yeah, you see a little bit more of the jiu-jitsu action. It's quite impressive, to be honest with you. And the camera guy's like, "Oh hell! Wait, what the hell?" She immediately starts to try to pull guard, and she can't use her arms. So, I mean, this is pretty impressive stuff. See, she's like trying to frame up, getting that knee in, and then she wraps her leg around him. I was like, oh, what? And then she gets him in like half guard. Like, it's pretty crazy. She even like goes under, which is not like I'm gonna say an advanced move, but see, you can't really see in that video, but I'm telling you.
She looks like she's getting her feet caught up
in his cord. It was it's hard because the frame is. It's up and down. It's not like
either.
Yeah, I know.
How about that backup there?
I'm trying. Where is that? Wait. Oh no, this is the same thing. Huh. They must have. Maybe they didn't want to show the guy like getting worked so hard or something.
Stop it.
All right, we're not gonna cover that. We don't have enough time.
Yeah.
But did you see where if Tom Brady comes on, Greg Olson takes a $7 million pay cut?
Huh.
What?
Yeah, if Greg Olson's not the number one analyst, because Tom Brady will come in, Greg Olson's salary goes from $10 million to $3 million.
Well, I don't have that story, lover.
Oh,
Yeah, lover.
Yeah,
lover.
It just came out. It's because I know you don't like Greg Olson.
I know, but like I'd also
Hate
like to
him.
probably close the show out with that story, if you know what I'm saying to you, popcorn fart.
I'm sorry,
Billy
popcorn.
popcorn
Sorry,
fart.
sorry,
Billy
Papa.
popcorn fart.
Sorry, Papa.
I mean, this is weird because last night I saw the whole video. Yeah, this is a bit more full video. She fucking sweeps him under the leg. I mean, impressive stuff.
The video has nothing to do with it. It's just the article, Bubba.
What?
The video has nothing to do with it. It was just the
So
article.
don't even play it.
I mean, I know we're not going to cover this, but that's the better video of her, like, full-on jujitsuing him. Scroll down. It'll come up. Should be in that. There. But it's just impressive. Go on.
Yeah, Jonesy. Fish on Jersey.
Yeah.
Months, Thunder Fisher, 33 months.
You can go, like, maybe, like, 15 seconds. It's only, like, a minute or something.
It's in Green Bay, too. They should hire out for the Packers.
It's just impressive. Buzz, buzz. So he gets it. Yeah. Just keep watching from there. It's pretty good. She gets her foot underneath. Look, she's like trying to get him in half guard. Look at her go. I'm like, that's pretty good. Like, she swings her legs around him like she's doing kind of the right stuff. I was impressed.
Minute 43, Lum.
And then you're
Legalize
one segment and out.
it.
Driving to Ocala.
Legalize it.
And 202 hours should be 12.
Gong.
Might be earlier, Jonesy. Yeah. Oh, nice fancy what you are. You write it down. Keep your notes.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Blummel will be in for an after show today that'll be repurposed for a podcast tomorrow. Today's podcast gets released at noon. It's one that got away from me. Go listen to it while you can, because I probably at noon today. Go download it wherever you get your podcasting. iHeart, Spotify, Google, Apple. It got away from me. I got emotional. Probably said some things I shouldn't say. Nonetheless, it's available at noon. Facebook, YouTube, and of course everything else at the Bubba Army. I'll be live, I think, a few different times on our YouTube channel from Ocala. So if you follow us on YouTube at the Bubba Army, you'll get a notification, hopefully, and see some of the stuff that I'm doing.
And we'll do a sports show after Blummel.
And I was gonna play this, Anna, but I don't know that I have time.
Okay.
Plus, I just want to get out of here.
That's fine.
Lummy, it's saying that Greg Olson, which by the way, the Fox NFL #1 team sucks except for Aaron Andrews, and they got Greg Olson in their former tight end for I think what he is a Panther.
Yes, he was.
They got him they're paying him $10 million, which is about $7 million too much based on how good he is.
Yeah, he's not number one.
And let's just be honest, we don't know how good Tom Brady's going to be.
No. I mean, Greg Olson's not horrible, but he's not a number one.
But when Brady comes, he'll be slid in as the number one color commentator. Greg Olson's salary slides to $3 million from $10 million when Brady takes over.
Yep.
Now, is that confirmed that he's okay with that?
I don't know.
He doesn't really have a choice, supposedly, in his contract, but his contract does end, I believe, in 2025.
Yeah, because part of his contract guarantees he's their number one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think his contract ends next year.
That's probably why. It's probably a factor why Tom waited.
Right.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, right. Anna, I'm going to probably get into this with Dan Monday.
That's great.
But I will say
it's
this
worth the wait.
in closing. I never had floaters until I got vaccinated.
And you still have them?
And I still have them.
Periodically or all the time?
All the time.
Really?
In both eyes. These two little black squiggly lines.
Yeah, but you complained about it right after that.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, perhaps it's nothing. Perhaps it's just, the cost of doing business when you're my age.
Who do you blame?
I blame the vaccine.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Genie Cakes.
Or COVID in itself. Maybe COVID
could be
caused that. And
you're a long hauler, as they say.
That's a symptom of having COVID. And the vaccine had nothing to do with it. It just said it's COVID related. Hard telling, huh?
I think COVID made me more shredded.
Blummel's next. Lummy, you're doing a sports show?
Yes, right after Blummel.
As well?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm headed to Ocala now. Today's podcast today at noon. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and everywhere else. Everybody be safe. I'll probably be seeing you.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, I might be there too Friday.
I'll see you on Monday, Bubs.
See you later.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
operations manager and co-host Blitz K,
co-host and show historian Lummox,
co-host Anna Hummel,
co-host Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire of Council, co-host J. Diaco Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council,
the BRN agent Thomas Buttoned Up B,
and for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time.